Hello and welcome to Good Morning RPG. My name is Leia, this is Matt, and I totally didn't forget to schedule the appropriate time for our socials.
And we also didn't spend an extra 15 minutes talking about how to play Warhammer.
I needed to converse with a professional.
I'm not a professional. I played my literal first games properly on that weekend.
You went to a tournament. You're a professional.
A casual tournament. Speaking of though, Leia, I don't. Did you see? Did I tell you about it? They Wargamer wrote an article on it.
What? No.
Yeah. Hold on.
What?
Yeah, I don't. Oh fuck. Where did I post? Did I post this in the Discord or anything?
During that time I was really sick, so that might have been how I missed it.
Okay, well, I don't know how I didn't. 8-Bit Elliot
is a follower.
How you doing, bud? How you doing? 8-Bit Elliot's coming on to the charity streams at Fortress coming up at the end of the month.
Cool.
Yeah, no, and he's also been telling a bunch of other very lovely people who have been getting in touch. Thank you so much, Elliot. It's genuinely so helpful. I can't wait to like hang out with you properly there. Oh my god. Okay, so so Wargamer wrote an article about my Pokemon Tyranids, and I think I've just completely...
So cool.
Yeah? Yeah, whoop! She's right here. She's massive. She's a big... Her arm fell off. She's a big lady. It's fine, it's not glued. Oh man, I'm gonna have to like zoom way out today.
Probably.
So... The big lady needs due attention, I understand. Okay, so... Yeah, Wargamer wrote an article on the Pokemon Tyranids, and it appears that other than the stream I did last week, I've just completely forgot to tell anyone. So I'm going to post it in our Discord. I'll post it here as well, if you want to have a little read.
I want to read it.
Yeah,
as I was telling you off stream, I unfortunately spent a lot of time in the last couple of weeks sick. You can still hear it in my voice. So I've been watching a lot of Warhammer videos.
I love how far down this rabbit hole you already are.
My partner was just like, he came up to me and he's like, I want to play Warhammer. And I was like, okay, that's awesome. And he goes, no, like, I want to go buy an army right now.
Hold on, let me put some music. I love this so much.
I did the first logical thing, which is I messaged Matt. And I was like, it's official. I have to learn the rules now. He had already sent me all of the stuff I needed for Sisters and the core rulebook. I have everything downloaded. Now I, on top of everything else, have the Astra Militarum downloaded onto my my computer. Do you want to see how far I went down this rabbit hole?
How far? How far we got?
This far. Watch this.
You got the magnet tubs? You got that magnet? Hold on.
I fell so hard down this
You're telling
hole.
me you got magnet tubs as well?
I got a magnet tub.
I can't tip this one over because there's non-magnetized thing in there, but just know that I'm there with you in spirit.
This is the official army. This is
magnet
what was
tubs.
What I played with half the time.
Plastic
because
crack.
I only have a couple of my ladies. Oh yeah. So this is...
I don't know if that's a clip or not, but I just like the idea of like, you got that magnet tubs! Like just bursting through a door.
It's so funny too, because my partner and I were looking for... I was like, oh yeah, I want to get like a magnetized tub. Because we have a friend who lives quite a bit away, and we were talking about how we were going to be able to transport our armies to his house. And he was like,
goddamn magnets.
He's like, oh well, he started like looking up all like the ones with the foam in them, and I don't like that. But I was seeing a bunch of people on Twitter
kind of stuff.
They
actually
not Twitter, on TikTok, like a bunch of people on TikTok making these, and I think this is freaking awesome.
I got mine
off
like
just a little magnet at the bottom. Boop.
I got mine off the idea of Donkey Roads, who.
So it's funny.
You watching Donkey Roads now too? Is that what's going on?
My other partner was like, oh, this is a really highly recommended video. And I was like, holy shit, that's Donkey Roads, like the king of Warhammer.
Yeah. You mean like Ducky Roads and this paint line I got?
Yeah,
Ducky Road paint line?
I even got the same brand, the really useful box.
Oh.
Only this is actually a sheet of stainless steel at the bottom that is epoxied into the bottom of my box.
I
So it's a little
purchased.
heavy.
There's like a lady in Melbourne who sells like adhesive magnet A4 sheets. So I bought like a bunch of those, and I just like you can just use scissors to cut them to size, and because they're adhesive, just stuck them to the bottom of the tray.
We found out that they don't sell those in the United States. You have to buy them from the UK to get those like magnetic sheets that he was using.
Oh, weird. Yeah, no, because I could just find them.
We just went to the hardware store and cut them with some tin snips.
Wow.
So
fair enough. In any case, I'm already having a ball talking to you about like, oh, what's your weapon profile do? Oh, that's going to be good against this model.
I have to finish an army though. I have to finish 2 armies. So for anybody who has not heard me talk about it before, I almost finished it. This model's almost done already. Yeah. So for anybody who's heard me talk about it, my husband is a really big fan of the Tanith First and Only from the Ghosts novels. So he's asked me to paint his guys like the ghosts. So that is what I've got here. I am doing some slap chop. I have no idea what I'm doing. I text Matt in a fury last night, like, oh my god, I'm fucking it all up. I'm making a horrible mess.
You're not fucking it up.
So,
you're not gonna fuck it up. It looks good, man.
I did a pretty good job. So it's funny because I did fuck it up because I started painting and immediately realized I had fucked up. I painted this coat green. It's not supposed to be green.
What color is it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be black. It's supposed to be this black color.
Yeah,
all the clothes that they wear is black.
Okay, yeah.
I immediately painted it green.
What part is green then? What's the armor? So the armor's black and the cloak is green?
So they're all of their armor, because they are like
Spec Ops.
They're Spec Ops. All of their clothing is black except for like a camo cape. Now I offered to my partner, like, I will make capes if you really want me to, and he goes, no, I don't want you to do that. Like he didn't want me to put a ton of effort into painting these, because I think he wants them to be done as soon as possible so we can just play, which I get. Like, that's totally cool. That's why I'm on like the fast track to attempt to finish at least the combat patrol armies.
Yeah, so fair. So
I'm in it. I'm in the hole.
You in it? Well, it was only a matter of time, because I also fell back into this Warhammer hole we love, based on the COVID lockdown, because I was already professional DMing, and I was like, oh man, I have some extra money. Oh man, I'm sad because I had to move house unexpectedly. Oh man, Warhammer's pretty cool, huh? I guess I'm already painting D&D minis at this point. Buys a small army set of Tau. Never looked back.
Yep.
That's where I'm at.
And then during COVID, I got into a meeting with this guy.
Paper towels.
He was like, hey, come paint miniatures with me. Like, hey, is this Warhammer stuff? It's pretty cool. Like, yeah, you know, I like ladies with swords.
Ladies with swords. It's like you bought those I don't remember what they are. You bought those ladies though. The sword ladies. The ladies with swords. The swords. Ladies with swords. Sword ladies. Battle? No, the Sisters of Silence.
Oh, Sisters of Silence.
Yes.
That was actually that was actually a birthday gift.
But still, Warhammer.
It was, yeah. But I got those after I started. That was after I got my Amalia Novena. Because I bought her, and I was like, oh, her name is like really close to my name, so I'll get her. And like, she's also really cool.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then I found out that like you can't actually play with her. So when I played experimental games, with my husband, and I was like, I'm gonna use Amalia Novena as my canoness. She's gonna be my canoness. I'm gonna use a canoness like stats, but it's gonna be Amalia Novena.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, usually if you just proxy them something is something, no one, everyone's cool with that.
So these are the colors that I'm using to make my slap chop. I have this like yellowy brown and then a bone color.
Nice.
And then this ivory, which, I mean, it's not exactly, but it's what I have, and I don't want to mix anything. I already have to mix the green for the outfits, so I'm just like, I just want to make this easy for myself.
That's so fair. I'm looking at, okay. If you've seen on Twitter or Discord, and I talked about it very slightly before, she's not glued because I want to pull her apart and do it, but I have primed up in a few different primes this amazing Karlach, literally too big for the camera, Karlach that I got at DreamHack from a very lovely vendor. What are they called? Winter Wormling. They have the permission to sell the model from the maker. So I'll just pull her off the stand because you can see her a little better this way. So very cool. I like it when she's like just kind of chilling as her pose. So this one really was good to me. So incredibly detailed. I think this is on like an 8K printer or something similar. Very, very, very detailed. I can't see any lines either. Karlach Prime is my favorite Transformer.
That's how I feel about Lilith, because she's about that size when she's finished.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, she's just printed so nicely.
Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna do this in parts similar to you doing your Lilith. So I've got this one major part here, and I think I might start with the body because I really like how she came out. And most of it's like I've tried to keep it in mostly her parts here. So we've got I tried to do a mix of red, black, brown, and a darker red spray. So what I ended up trying to do first is I went and found some Vallejo primer that was a bit darker than my original red primer. The original ones have got the Mephiston red spray from Citadel. And then, because I'm not confident with an airbrush, they were just like, I mean, if you just kind of do this will be fine. So I primed it black fully. And then I hit it with like, you can actually see it kind of under here a bit more. I hit it with like this dark red. It's like I think it's closer to corn red color spray. So you'll see like any of her underneath, because I did a Zenithal Prime with it, you'll be a darker red. And then from the top, I hit it, and you can see it when I rotate it this way, hit it with a nice bright like hot rod red to be her highlight skin tone. And it came out nice, quite nice actually. So I think I won't have to do an awful lot of layering on this model as a result. Like I'll still do the hair and all that, and I'll come through and I'll do shading and bright highlights, but like the foundation base coats are kind of done, you know?
Oh my gosh.
What's up?
Okay. So I've been looking at, I'm sorry, you were talking and I was vibing, and then I realized that this guy had a knife scabbard, and I was like, oh man, don't all of them have knife scabbards? Which it looks like most of them do, which made me excited because in all of the art that I've seen of the Tanith, their scabbards for so they carry silver swords. It's like literally called Tanith silver or something like that. And their scabbards are like red, so I think the red is gonna pop really well against this like black and green.
Oh yeah.
Like, Hank, where's this guy? So this guy, he's got a knife in his hand and a scabbard. So he has two knives.
You're not painting your regular way, are you?
No, I'm slap chopping.
You want some slappy choppy?
I'm slap choppy. I am so nervous. So I'm taking this. I think this is, what is this called? This is just called beige. So I have primed these guys in what is it called? Xandri Dust. This is a recommendation that my husband, who wanted me to paint these guys in, really liked. When we were at Games Workshop, the guy was like, oh, why don't you just like use the like Xandri Dust to prime them? I think it's because he thought I was gonna do like the regular
guys. Yeah, well, when you were saying like, oh, I did Xandri Dust, I was like, oh, Astra Militarum famously have those like Xandri dust kind of fatigues. You went, I'm doing Tanith, and I went, yep.
Yep.
A Black Prime would save you so much time as well.
Well, I wonder if, like maybe like a bluey color, because like all of the art that I've seen, they have like these black fatigues that have kind of a blue undertone.
Yeah.
So maybe that, but I don't know. I wouldn't want them to look super different from one another, so I'm probably stuck doing this from now on.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
I did learn though that I can't build with my husband. I can't.
Why not?
He stresses me out.
Because he building in the way you know like?
Well, he doesn't like to listen to me first.
I mean, let him build the way he wants. If he wants to build them in the way that's
But the problem is when I got the models back, when I was like getting ready to like spray them, because like I saw a bunch of the models he had done. He'd like left big sections of sprue on the model.
Then if he's up, then you let him suffer, and if he complains about it, you be like, hey. Or you don't prime them until you be like, hey, you know you got a bunch of sprue there, and if he's like, I don't care, be like, all right, let him suffer. Let him make his mistakes.
I can't.
Don't baby him. No baby the hobby man. Otherwise it'll become your duty to clean up all the sprues, and he'll not do it on purpose.
Yeah, but then well, the thing is like I was building these guys, and he begged to help. Like he's like, I really want to build them, and I was like, no, I'm doing it. And he goes, please let me help. And I was like, you can do the artillery, guys. Hey, you say
no, the babies aren't holding hands, Jess, but here's a webcam. There you go. Or my streamer thing is not connected once again.
Oh no.
No, it's bloody connected. It's just my oh no, there it goes. They're coming up. There you go, pile of babies. Alright, let me just get some Karlach stuff ready. Have some lizard cam while I wait.
Hey, thanks for the sub.
Be dry brushing for forever. I love you, Jess.
They're like Scooby-Dooing over the door over there. Can you see them?
Yeah, they're Scooby-Dooing.
They're doing that thing like the Scooby-Doo gang does on a door, where they just piled up on top of each other looking around.
I unfortunately seem, let's see here. Oh no, my stream is like still really, I think we're having internet problems over here recently, because my stream is super behind. And like, so, oh, I see him now. Oh, they're so
wow,
cute.
that isn't a delay.
Yep.
Oh, coming out.
Babies. Recently we've, because of the whole Helldivers thing, we are taking a break. Because it just doesn't feel like it's fun to play anymore.
You know, I'm more mad at PlayStation than Sony. Oh god, what's their name? Arrowhead for this. And
yeah, it's one of those things that's like, as a PlayStation player, and I'm like, I feel super bad about this.
I also don't particularly care myself, but I'm in two minds about it, because they did tell everybody this, but also fuck Sony at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't like that they're trying to be like, it's for your safety, and it's clearly just, that's bullshit, you know? That's it's a way for them to like sell your data or something. So I really hate that part of it. And I can understand the outrage of that. Simply just being like, you didn't tell us we were going to do it, I think is a bit of a weak excuse.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I remember when I signed up and got Helldivers, it said, for now, you don't need to sign up with PlayStation, but in the future you will. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, anyone saying that you just ignored the message. There was literally a thing telling you to do it.
So we stepped away from Helldivers for a little while. Instead, we are now playing Grounded.
Oh.
Which is fucking adorable. we're already pretty like we like survival games. For a while we were playing, I think I've mentioned it before on this stream. We've played a game called The Forest, which is very much like Grounded, except instead of bugs, it's cannibals.
Oh.
And you're not drunk. Like I was even making the comment that like, oh man, when we cut down dandelions, it's the same sound as when you cut down trees in the forest. It makes that sound, that same like falling logs sound. But like, we've been having connection issues. Like I keep getting kicked from our game. So I'm wondering if like our internet is being weird.
Yeah, true.
You better not burst that door open. All right, I'm just gonna throw these TANF into the trash. Just sweep. Yeah, you'll have
Cut
to
your
paint them yourself.
sprues off. Cut your damn sprues off.
Just cut your sprues off.
Cut your damn sprues off.
No, I didn't tell you this when you initially gave me your stuff, but when you finished those tanks, there was a bunch of sprues still stuck to the vehicle that I had to clean before I sprayed them. He's just making a face at me. What? You have to cut your sprue off. I just noticed that a bunch of these guys have... Okay, this guy doesn't have a knife, but this guy has a knife, so I'm going to be able to do a bunch of, like, pops of red for, like, some scabbards. So let's do, like, maybe a pop of red. Do you want to do, like, gold tips?
The other thing you could do,
Or, like,
by the way...
Just, like, do all red.
It's all red, that's fine.
It's all red?
Yeah, it's just a sheath.
To make a suggestion, by the way, with that inverted green and black, you could have your offices... You could have your offices in an inverted color scheme.
Yeah,
Hello.
that's what we originally... He's listening to my headset. So
No,
he can hear me.
I can see he can. Yeah, no, you could invert the officer colors, and that way the green on the plating for the officer won't look out of place anymore.
Well, so all of the plating is gonna be they're gonna be the plating's gonna be the same. If I hadn't fixed the outfit on the one guy, we probably would have done that.
Also, I read your hunter killer missile profile on your sentinel. That thing will fuck up any of Leia's vehicles.
Yeah, if it actually hits, because you know I rolled 3 ones in a row with a 9 strength.
Well, I can't help your rolling ability, but I just want you to know that just be better at that.
Oh yeah. I'm getting better at rolling dice.
Yeah. Just be better at rolling dice, and there'll be no problem. But like,
Matt has also done me the service of clarifying the allocation of damage.
Oh, thank God.
So you and I are gonna have that conversation later.
We fucked that up.
We fucked it up so bad.
oh yeah, did you
It
roll
wasn't
over,
too bad.
David?
It was actually not too bad.
No, we fucked it up.
No. We didn't roll over damage. It was just like if something did damage, then it only killed one people. It was that example of, you know how I said the example of if my 5 sisters fired at his 10 guys and 2 rolls get through, it would only kill one guy.
Well, you were correct in the multiple damage thing, but wrong in the single allocations.
I have some clarification. We were doing it sort of right, but kind of wrong. We were almost there. We're so close.
Yeah, close. You were close.
We're so close.
Anyway, tell him to supercharge all of his plasma.
Bye, man.
Bye-bye.
Also says to supercharge all your plasma.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I did that.
Oh, fuck artillery.
See? He hates artillery.
Man, I'll tell you what. I had those biovores of mine shooting some sweet artillery, and I could plonk little guys and kill half their squad.
He said, you better get used to it, because that's what Astra Militarum is basically. It's all artillery. Yes, I know. They've been nerfed.
Who cares?
That artillery's
Play what you
been
like.
nerfed.
Your boxes are balanced against each other, so there's no good or bad.
Boxes are balanced against one another, so there isn't good or bad. We'll find what you like playing, and we will get those things.
Yeah.
Hey, don't close the door all the way.
Like with Tau, buy a shitload of battle suits. You're good. All right.
Oh my god.
Let me pull up my Karlach reference again. What do you say?
It's just being a dweeb.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't know how to
Because like over
hold
the weekend we played so you just hold her where you haven't painted.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Carefully is the answer to that. You hold her carefully, as you would the real Karlach.
Yeah. Yeah, I love her so much.
I love Karlach.
I love her too much. She's my little sweet bean.
So I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I will give you a lowdown of what I've decided I'm going to do. Is the first coat of dry brush
Why am I being neat
gets
with this?
kind of like
Sorry.
a general all over dry brush.
Yeah.
First color gets an all over dry brush to get all of the stuff. And then second coat gets a medium weight dry brush, but in a downward motion. Final coat gets a very light-handed downward dry brush to hit all of the fancy angles. Sound about right?
I mean, I kind of just make everything super bright.
Okay.
And that's, it accentuated the right area. If you want it to look like a Zenithal Prime, yes, that method is correct. But I just kind of found when I got used to it, like, for example, here's one I prepared earlier. See how this guy's just kind of like white with the shading all over?
Nope.
Yeah, all right. All right, well, I'll put this away because you can wait for it to come up and go away at your speed.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to wait for me. I will.
Let me know when it comes up.
Yeah. I'm watching. I think your method might actually be better just because the black overpowers so much.
No worries, Chamel. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Thanks for hanging out. Bye. What color do you make guns? What color are guns
Usually
supposed
silver and black.
Okay, I see this guy. Okay, yeah. I see what you've done now. I see what I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
This guy's got cool goggles.
Got some gaga ghouls.
I'm like, I will say, like, there's something about, so I had a very, my dad was in the military.
Yeah.
So, like, I grew up watching, like, war movies, cause especially since he had, he passed this obsession about, like, the history, in particular, the World War II era.
Yeah.
First of all, I had a great-grandfather that I grew up with that will, like, tell us stories about the war and stuff like that. But I just think it is a very interesting time period, especially for us in America. But anyway, like, I grew up watching stuff like Band of Badges.
Yeah, my dad really liked Band of Badges as well. The also generally the way that series was made was very good too. Launched a lot of careers actually.
It's funny to be like, holy shit, that's Simon Pegg. There's Jimmy
Yeah,
Kimmel. Fucking everybody's in this. That's
a lot of weird things you wouldn't expect. No, it's a good series. That one, it's probably one of the few war things that I'm like, yeah, I would watch that again. Because I don't particularly care about war stuff, like in movies.
Yeah, I just I like history.
Oh, that's fair.
Surprisingly, Leia likes history. She's dumb as rocks. Loves history.
You ain't dumb as rocks.
I'm dumb as rocks. I'm here for the vibes. But like these backpacks, I was like, I don't know. There's something about like
big lady,
how genuine in like a way that like my sisters seem like very no big ladies today.
Big lady here.
Whereas like my sister, oh yeah, you have a big lady.
I've got the big lady. It is I.
You have the big lady today. It is you. I'm painting the dudes. And like, I feel like Sisters of Battle are very classically 40k. Like
Yeah, very much so.
Very 40k, whereas these guys just feel kind of classic war game, if that makes any sense.
What people really like about the Astra Militarum / Imperial Guard as their casual name, they're just space army men. And in a world where there are literal devils and demons vying for power and like just untold horrors of the galaxy, there's cyber mech wielding alien races that are only like 2,000 years old by comparison. There's alien bugs that are trying to eat the entire galaxy, but also possibly running away from something larger. You're just a guy. Just like being a guy in that world is kind of fantastic in the same way. It's like, imagine being so regular, your lifespan is like 4 or 5 hours on a battlefield. And you're commanding that army. That's their entire thing. They're just regular guys, and they're a bit shit by comparison, because everything else is like transhuman level by necessity.
Like, did I brush this? Did I brush this guy enough? Is he? Yeah, he good.
He good?
He good. This all black, anyways. I just like gauging how to paint this way is such a weird change.
It's so strange, right?
It's so strange.
It gets easier over time.
But especially like just like I finished apart that from the fact that I need to get a brown contrast to do all of the pouches and such. And then I told Alex I'll probably do like just some regular metallics on certain things. I lost my train of thought. I did that guy in like an hour or two.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Oh
the speed at which you can slap chop. Remember how I was doing like I ended up doing, how many was it? It was like 10.
You did like 10 in 3 hours.
That's, yeah. When you get good and quick with it, it's pretty good.
And like thinking about how like, man, most of this stuff is gonna be black. Most of this is gonna be black.
I would actually even argue maybe respray in black if you want to just make something super easy, but at the same time you'd have to re-slap chop stuff.
Yeah, I'd have to re-slap chop stuff. I honestly, I don't mind the look, because it looks like wear and tear.
Yeah,
honestly.
True.
Like it's got kind of like a wear and tear look. A lot of the sketches that I've seen, excuse me.
What?
I just painted this guy's arm off.
Painted it off?
I went to slap chop him in his arm.
Oh.
I was like, I went to dry brush it, which just went clink. Anywho. Cause like to the point where like Alex doesn't want me to do anything fancy. Not anything fancy. It's cause if you're painting all of his models, he's gonna end up with like 200 guardsmen of that one unit.
That's why. Because you can field an unending fucking horde of little men, and you have to paint every single one of them.
Oh my god. I have a problem now.
Is it Imperial Guard?
I went to paint this guy's gun and then snapped the gun off, and now it's gone. Oh, there it is. So now I've just broken a lot.
Oh.
Oh no.
Some super glue will be fine, or is it like snapped?
Well, we'll see. First I have to figure out which side of the rifle this goes on. Oh no, that's upside down.
Karlach has like red streaks in her hair as well.
I would honestly, like, I would do her hair black and then probably give it like a red dry brush.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, her undercoat's red, so there's still going to be a bit of a red hue to this hair anyway, which kind of works in my favor. And then I might hit it with just like some like super dark red mixed with black streaks and then highlight up from there.
Yeah.
I mean, she already, like, her hair already looks great.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really happy with that so far. And I'm using an off black. I'm not using like a proper black, so I can still shade down from here.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good.
It's good
Okay,
stuff.
so we're gonna have to be
Good.
careful with that. How did that fall off now and not when I was like manhandling these things? Why is it now that you have chosen to disobey?
Anarchy. Big lady.
But yeah, there's like a part of me that's like I'm very happy that my husband is like, oh, you don't have to do anything complicated. It's gonna
Yeah.
be super easy. He's like, cool. I have to do like 7 million of these. Oh, that's appreciated. It's not a super complicated color combination. Oh, I mean, granted, my sisters aren't super complicated. I just like doing details and stuff. I did do all of the black dry brush, or like the dry brushing on them already. Looks so freaking good.
I just saw Luna comment on that Twitter post I made. It was like painting big lady. It was like, sweet bean gets the care she deserves.
Yeah, you lovingly paint that Karlach.
I will. She is.
Tell her how much
She is.
we appreciate.
She's not even like one of my favorite. She is my favorite character and companion.
The favorite.
Like she is. She is the lady for me.
It's so hard. So hard to tell her no.
The problem was, it took me 4 save files to even start a relationship with her.
Oh, I immediately like, this is my lady. This is my
No, I
woman.
wanted to date her the entire time. I couldn't.
That sucks to be you.
It did. It does. It does. Well, I have her now, so now she's
That's
my
like-
lovely partner.
Oh my god. I just part of me, because now I'm on my rebound Gale, and part of me
Gale.
now I'm just like, god damn it, Gale, I want to throttle you.
I want to go back. I want that Karlach back.
Oh, my Karlach back. Well, no, my problem was I couldn't get out of the vicious Asterion cycle.
See, Asterion was my first game. And then my second game was Evil Run. So Minthara, second game so far. Well, actually, it's Minthara and whoever else, you know, like it's like it's the run where let's see who's alive and see who wants to get funky. Because
Whoever lived.
Karlach, Halsin, and Will have already left or died. Asterion's kind of like, I've already been with Asterion. I'm not going there again. And then Shadowheart's kind of like, I like you, and I'm like, nah, bitch. Well, actually, no. I think I also have Shadowheart. It's like Shadowheart and Minthara, I think are Gucci right now for same timesies. I don't remember if that was that. And then my co-op run, we're doing honor mode. No, we're doing honor mode. Yeah, we're doing an honor mode co-op run. Sorry.
I think you've talked about your honor mode run.
Also, 2 of my saves are honor mode. I started one with George and Benji and Brendan, and we haven't played that in a while. And because I got sick of waiting for that, I started my own honor mode, and my main my solo honor mode, my solo player honor mode is up to the Elder Brain fight. Like, we're at the end, and I'm considering streaming it because it's like, well, it's the do or die moment, you know?
Yeah.
So I might, I'm considering streaming that because it's like, well, I keep not playing it because I don't want the game to finish, but I should finish it.
I just like, my problem is so I'm in Act 3 of my current playthrough, and it's the one where I'm romancing Gale, and like we just got over seeing Mistra after she like summons him and like gives him a thwoppin, and he's like, I want to use a crown. I'm like, you can't use a fucking crown, Gale.
I'm gonna let him use the crown.
I'm like, you can't use the crown. And I'm sitting there like, man, I really want to do like a dirge playthrough.
Yeah. So
and I want to do like a fully evil. I want to turn Astarion. I want an evil.
You want a corruption party. Yeah.
Yeah, I want a corruption party. Like.
So that's.
I was sitting there like, but I spent 80 hours getting to Act 3.
So my other save files have been way quicker because you already know all the dialogue at this point, so you can just skip a lot of it. And as long as you know what choices you want to make, you're kind of good. With my dirge,
well, the problem is like with the dirge, like I don't know what to do.
Oh, fair.
Like, it's a complete crapshoot.
Oh, sorry. What I meant was like any options you've seen. So like, because I hadn't done dirge myself. So my honor mode is a dirge. It's actually a redemption dirge. So I'm resisting the dirge urge. And
no, I wanna take over for Ball.
Well, my other save file, my evil playthrough is that. And so I'm going to resist the urge in this one, and I have successfully. And I don't want to spoil what happens at the end of that, but
yeah,
I've done all of that. I have cleared it, and just gonna put it out there. The fight with Orin was said to be one of the hardest in the game, and she didn't get a turn against my character.
Oh my god!
And I went, oh, I prepared too much for this fight. But it's still like the hardest fight I've done's been Raphael. His fight on honor mode is, even when you take precautions, still rough. I was prepared to have that game end on that fight.
I haven't fought Raphael yet.
In your regular playthrough?
In any of my games yet.
I've
only gotten to Act 3. I've only gotten to Act 3 3 times, and I only finished the game once. I abandoned the other 2 because the second playthrough I felt like I was making too many of the same decisions. I didn't feel like I made enough
different stuff, yeah.
Different decisions. My third playthrough, the one that I've got right now, is kind of the same way, where it's like I've made a lot of the same decisions, but better.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's fair.
Oh my god, with her with the black hair, she looks so good.
Oh yeah, man. Her horns are actually a kind of very dark brown, I just realized. So I might actually, I don't know if I want to do like a wood brown or like a dark red leather brown.
Ooh, a dark red leather brown might go really well.
You reckon like a Rhinox hide, maybe like washed down with some black?
I probably wouldn't wash. I mean, Rhinox hide is so dark on its own.
Yeah, she does look really good with that hair already, hey? Damn. Makes the face pop so much more, too.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
I hadn't, like, stepped back and looked at it in a while. Oh, God, she's so hard to, like, maneuver and hold.
Yeah, I've been there. I mean, for Lilith, it was like, God damn it, she's so stabby.
She's not. So Karlach's not
so
stabby. She's like, I'm terrified of rubbing off the paint.
You shouldn't rub off the primer. Should be fine.
No, I meant like the black and stuff after I've done it.
I think that's why when I worked on Lilith, I worked on her from the bottom up.
Oh.
And other than the fact that like I could set her down on her little plinths.
Well, I was thinking like, well, I can set her down on her legs to dry and all that. That's fine. I think what I need to do is maybe create a couple like holders that have like the bottom. So because in the bottom of her, she's got like these big square pegs to sit on her other parts. I'm wondering if I create some of those out of green stuff or something. Some milliput.
You could also think about, I know this is less convenient, but like neoprene gloves.
Oh, yeah. Neoprene gloves. Really could do with my paper towels right about now. Serviettes will do. Oh.
So strange to be like so relaxedly
Just like,
painting.
yeah, it's like batch. It's like batch. Have you done batch painting before?
Yeah, I did my sisters in batch. Once I sat down and finished like the sisters that were vastly different from the big, what is it? Purgatos mission box.
Yeah.
All of the ones that were kind of similar, I sat down and
Based them all.
and yeah, I just like base
coated.
shit. What did we just said?
Batch paint.
Batch painted them. Like went through and like batch painted them proper.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we're doing all the black. Okay, and I actually did this a little bit before stream. That's why I was slightly late for to log on, because I was finishing up all of the dry brushing because I wanted that to be done so I can. Because like it was funny because I don't have anything. I am vastly against putting my seraphim on the clear stands until they're painted enough to do so. I also don't want to glue them onto bases because I know that those clear bases are so hard to get off the black bases. And if I want them all to be on the same base as the sisters I've already finished,
Yeah.
then I needed to glue the ladies down in a way that I would be able to pry them back up.
That's fair.
I also have to figure out, I think honestly, the sisters that I have, I think are like they've got to be like the older sculpt.
What do you mean? Older
I think that's
sculpt?
like, because the Battle Sister squad has way less variety than my Battle Sister squad from the Purgatos mission.
Okay, so the reason why that is because when so Battle Sisters, they're not old sculpts. They in 2019 or 2020, so within the last 5 years, they refreshed literally your entire range.
Well, yeah.
The reason why those are less options is because when they first released it, there was a Battle Sisters Army set box where you got, you know how the Kroot box I got kind of had like, it had like a bunch of Kroot and then a codex and some cards and information and shit. The Battle Sisters got one of those. So it's like a Battle Sisters Army set, and the models specifically in that kit were cheaper to produce because they had less options. Then they had a bunch of those left over and were like, well, we still have the print for this. We can still make a heaps more. they turned those models from that sprue into the combat patrol.
That makes sense.
So that's the reason why they don't have as many options. It's like the reason why the Leviathan 10th edition box, the termagants in those only have the one gun, but if you were to buy a box of termagants, they have like sniper rifles and a barb launcher and stuff like that. It's because the easy to build versions are the ones that come in like the starter boxes. And combat.
I guess that also, like part of my like, I was kind of bummed that like so many of them were like, okay, you're gonna build 2 of this kind of sister, and then 2 of this kind of sister, and then 3 of this kind of sister. So many like mono pose.
That's what I don't like about those things.
After I finished this army for Alex, because they had like 10 different poses for these guys, and then even though I was doing the army twice, it wanted me to do the second set different poses. Yeah. So they've got like similar poses, but some of them have different guns and different loadouts. And I'm like, all of my sisters are the same, and your Astra Militarum looks so cool. I hate you.
So the thing with that is like you've probably made your original battle sisters a lot cooler, right?
I mean, they are. It was definitely one of those things where I made concessions. Where I was like, I was batch painting, and I'm like, I don't need. I tried very hard not to obsess too much about the battle sisters that I have finished.
Oh, that's fair. I guess it's like if you really want the additional weapon options, like you could just get another squad and then specifically make as many special weapons out of that squad as you can. Because Imperial Guard kind of let you do that, and the reason why theirs is because they release their kit a little bit later. So and also Imperial Guard are kind of known for taking lots of different weapon options. Kind of like Tau. Tau get a lot of weapon option kits because they want one kit to build like 3 different unit types. Similar to Guard, whereas Sisters are kind of like, they mostly have the same gun, and then 1 or 2 of the models will have different guns. So they could make the concession for that. You'll see the same thing happen in Space Marines. They love right now with Space Marines, they don't give you multi-option kits anymore. Space Marines are like, here is the squad of Space Marines that wear flamers. Here is the squad of Space Marines that have all plasma. Here is the squad of Space Marines that have devastation guns. And like, you basically need to buy a set of 5 to 10 Space Marines for each weapon type you want now, because they wanted it to be like, I don't know why. The bottom line of it is they wanted you to buy 10 guys for every 1 weapon you wanted. Instead of 1 multi-use kit, because they can sell more models that way. But
that makes sense.
They've started doing it a bit less now, because people kind of go like, well, I'm not going to use half of these models, so why should I buy the whole 10? And now they've kind of scaled back into going like, all right, here's your more niche specialist squads like your Terminators and your Assault Marines back, which is what people actually like. But yeah, the way of the multi-part kit really varies from army to army, because armies that are less played as well also don't get the benefit of multi-part kits. Even though, which is weird for Sisters. Actually, well, we were talking Sisters has both.
Now.
Yeah, they have both now, because I think they must have still been designing the other ones, and they wanted to repackage those in their separate box, compared to the starter box, where it was like, if you want new players to build your army, you got to make it the least confusing as possible, which makes sense.
Well,
because sorry.
My thought was the sprues that came in this were labeled as 2019, which I was assuming was before the refresh. That's before the Purgatos box came out with like the Secrescents and the
2019. I want to
that
say
came out.
I want to say that 2019 was that launch box.
No, it wasn't. No way, because it happened after COVID.
2019 was the start of COVID. Oh, sorry. The
2008.
Sisters came out in like December 2019, I want to say, by the way. It was like the end of that year. It was straight before 9th edition.
I will take your word for it because the last 4 years are a fucking blur.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm just looking it up now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so new Sisters of Battle, they got previewed in July 2019, and they were released in November of that same year. They had a Sisters of Battle army set. I mean, they are 5 years old now, I guess.
I mean, either way, I was just like, I was kind of bummed with the lack
Mono
of
poses.
I was very excited when Alex wanted to play after I finished building everything. That I had a Battle Sister squad that was finished and painted, because I was like, I want to use my pretty ladies.
So fair.
Also, when we did our first fight, which was just a 10v10,
Did you stomp
I
him?
used the painted ones, and I did stomp him.
Yeah, you would. You should really only fight 5 against his 10.
Well, so I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, I know. Yours are significantly better than his.
It wasn't until we looked at, because we have another friend who lives in Indiana now, that is pretty handy with Warhammer. I don't know if he has a formal army or not, but he's like, oh yeah, the sisters are worth way more points. You should not have fought 10 versus 10.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't think about that at the time.
So the interesting thing with your combat patrol boxes too, if you were to switch those over to point values, you would notice that he gets so many more guys against yours. Actually, sisters aren't drastically different. But yeah,
that's actually I've already did that because when he was giving me this like whole this like woe is me, you beat the crap out of me, like that wasn't really fair, like spiel. I was like, all right, I'm gonna use this website that Matt gave me, and I'm gonna put each of our armies in, and we'll see. And that's when I learned that sisters are worth 60 points and his shock troops are worth 100, and I was like, oh.
Is it 5 sisters
or no,
are 60? Or 10 sisters are 60?
10 or 6.
Hold on, let me load up Wikipedia.
Wait, I might. Hold on,
That's all good. I got Cadian shock troops here.
Okay, cool.
And sororitas. Yeah, no,
I might be saying that backwards.
I was about to say, it sounds like the sisters would be 10 and the guardsmen should be 10 guardsmen is 60, 20 guardsmen is 120, which means that it's roughly half to yours.
So then the sisters are worth the 60.
Basically your sisters are worth 10 points a model and his shock troops are 6 points a model. So, you know, if you were to scale that by a value of times, your models are 50% better than his, or 1.5 multiplier.
So,
roughly.
But like when I put both of our armies, the combat patrol armies into that calculator,
yeah,
I was like, I would like you to notice that the Cadian your army is worth 490 something.
Oh really? I thought he only had like
95
350 in his at that point.
No, it's like 490 something, and the sisters are worth 445 or like 455.
So if you were to do that, if you were to say both models are 500 points, and if you had 445, that means your sisters, your warlord, your canoness, could take an enhancement, which is an extra ability, which would probably balance you two out. Because an extra enhancement would be another 30 points, roughly.
Like that's interesting, because I haven't figured out the enhancements bit yet.
It's like a little bump in abilities, and you pay some points for it. So if you want to go down the combat patrol box versus box rule, you get given a choice of enhancements for free because it's already factored into your points. You get you get Saintly Relic or Armor of Faith, which is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And the other version is okay. So Canoness can take. Oh Jesus. Yeah, it's got a couple more. So it's got Saintly Example, Blood of Saint Eleanor, Mantle of Ophelia, or Litanies of Faith. Litanies of Faith is like 25 points. They usually don't get above 25 to 30 points. So it's an extra ability for this. So Litanies of Faith, for example, the end of your command phase, if you have this model on the battlefield, you can re-roll a miracle dice and return it to your pool with the new result you've loaded. When doing so, if the bearer has lost 1 or more wounds and is leading a unit below half strength, it can re-roll up to 3 instead.
Oh man, that would have been so helpful the last game I played.
And you can do that once per phase. Sorry, at the end of your command phase. So you can do that multiple times per game.
Oh man.
ANV. Also good pun.
Hey.
Oh, I need to get back to you about that stuff we were talking about. I have been flat out. But the first one that you were looking at looked really good.
Ooh, I scrubbed way too hard on that. But I forgot how to do things.
Oh, I love her hair already. Oh my god.
Ah. Alright.
Depending on how well this goes, I might end up buying the Shadowheart one next to the Minthara one.
Oh, the Shadowheart one is so pretty.
Yeah, I really like the sculpt of the Shadowheart one, but I really like the color palette of Minthara because she's purple.
Minthara is gorgeous. We love Minthara.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. After that stream that I played, I've got like a soft spot in my heart for Drow. I love them so much.
Which stream?
Specifically, the stream we don't talk about.
Oh, yeah.
The one that I can mention but never in name.
Yeah, fair.
But like specifically the Illustrate Drow. Cause like it's just such no
notes.
I just love Illustrate. That's all there is to that. Oh, so many paper towels. Look at this paper towel. This is dry brushing madness over here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going through so much paper towel right now.
She's got so many braids, which means that I have to like poke a brush inside them a lot.
Oof.
I'm doing that thing where I like look around the model and I'm like, there's a speckle of red dot.
Yep.
I mean, this is not going to be a short amount of time paint. I already know that. I just got to remember that I want to paint this. And keep pushing myself to do it. I do, but executive dysfunction's a bitch, so.
That is true. I did start that bust, and then I am now doing this.
Exactly.
But the bust is for fun. I mean, this is for fun too, but
most of this is
for more fun.
You know, it's only technically work.
Only a little bit. But like not very much.
We're just very lucky that our work is also fun. Like was I telling you this? After Ark lost the other week, I got home after playing Warhammer and doing DreamHack over the whole weekend for so many hours in the day. And what did I do when I sat down after Jess went to bed? I started building my Bane blade because it's my happy place.
Yeah.
Oh, also, have I shown you that?
You sent me a picture of it when it was done.
You like to see how fucking bullshit it is?
Yes, absolutely. I want to see how bullshit it is.
You might want is it Alex that's home and doing the Warhammer with you? Is it Matt?
Alex just left for work.
Oh no, I want to show him the tank he could aspire to have.
Oh no, we've already talked about it. He's like, you know that I could put that in my army, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
I am not painting. Oh my god.
This is a 500-point tank.
Oh my god.
Do you want to see it up against a model?
I can already imagine. It's as big as your head.
And I have a big head. I've got a big head. I've got a very big head for all these chicken crimpies I eat. Chicken.
I mean,
crimp?
yeah, I know, right? I'm packing up my house at the moment, and the executive dysfunction is real.
Okay,
So
so
real.
this is a battle sister size mini layer.
I
And-
can't see it on it.
Okay,
There's like
well-
a 2-minute delay. My god.
That's a battle sister size mini.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Is what that is. That is ridiculous.
So,
All right,
Envy,
I
you
have
joke,
got-
but that's actually what an Imperial Knights army is. You have a 2,000-point army, and you get like 5 models total. You get 3 big guys and 2 little guys, and that's your whole thing.
Oh, I'm so nervous. I've got the little brush. It's time.
But that's actually a
First
viable
super
army.
highlight.
Also, Envy, you can have 3 Bane Blades and 1 Commander. That is a genuinely legitimate
Just-
army.
Fucking hell. Oh my
Those things,
dude.
they'll fuck up your armies too. Like, they have so... I looked at the
I'm
profile
sure
of it.
there's a lot of guns on that.
It's got like 24 wounds per model, and
Oh my god.
it has a huge toughness. Like, you need tank killing weaponry to dent this thing. And then it also has
yeah.
like 8. It also has like 8 guns on it, and each of them are like, there's like 2 las cannons and a huge cannon and a heavy bolter and some stubber. It's got like a weapon for every kind of threat. Still gets beaten by 5 orcs, a squig, and the color red. I'm pretty sure that's a reference to like a book or a game, right? Pretty sure that's a reference to a book or a game. Where's the brush I just used? Over here.
I'm so stressed.
Like, nothing beats
Why
some
is-
orc ingenuity.
So small. It feels so small in my hands.
Oh, yeah, those guys? Yeah.
Like itty bitty teeny weeny. But it's like I want some like ultra precision for placing highlights.
You got a smaller dry brush than that, or is that the smallest? In
I
that-
think I have a smaller one.
Ah, fair.
Not that came with the pack. This
Oh.
is the smallest one that came with the pack that I ordered.
Speaking of a pack of dry brushes, when I was at the event, House of War literally gave everybody a set of 3 dry brushes.
Oh,
And they're actually different sizes to my army painter ones, so I have some new variants of sizes.
fucking nice.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
No one expected to get little
Ooh.
freebies.
I love that. Look how cool this flag just turned out.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. You should
Uh-oh.
find out what the Tanith flags are.
I know what the Tanith flags are, and it's not this.
No, as in the color palette, not the insignias.
Oh, okay.
Because what that
'Cause,
is,
like,
that's
yeah, I'm kind of-
Acadia. I mean, the
yeah,
thing is,
it's Acadia.
every guardsman will be sore about the fall of Cadia. It's just the Cadians will be very particularly sore about it.
I don't know. If you've ever listened to these books, you'll
Oh,
or
they don't like
read the books.
Cadians?
It's not that they don't like Cadians, but they're very sore about Tanith.
Well, Tanith also got blown up, so they would have common ground with the Cadians.
Did it get blown up? I know it was like it like fell to chaos like
Oh.
the day they're supposed to take off.
Oh, okay. Well, the Cadia all got blown up because Abaddon of the Chaos factions basically destroyed the world to open a massive rift in the warp. So at least they've got that in common in that sense. They both will hate Chaos because Chaos destroyed both of their worlds in essence.
Yeah, because it was like, from what I understand, it's Haneth was like told that they needed to provide like a battalion of soldiers, and like the day they were supposed to set off, Chaos came in and like overtook the whole world.
Damn.
And so that's why they're called the Tanith First and Only, because they're the first battalion and the only one that will ever exist.
Yeah, I getcha.
It's so sad. Still gets beaten by 5. Oh, you already read that. Dubba 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 dubba.
No matter what you can say, you could always be like, still gets beaten by 5 orcs, a squid, and the color red. Like that sounds like such a Reddit comeback. Yeah, well, my Imperial Knight does this. It's like, yeah, still gets beaten by 5 orcs, a squig, and the color red.
It's so funny. Like I keep now that like I've done so much research on Warhammer stuff, I get so much Warhammer in my social media.
Yeah, good. Oh, hi.
I was like, but now. Oh hi.
Oh,
Wolfie's
hi.
back.
From Wolfie.
Wolfie was here. Wolfie was here a while ago.
No, I know, but I'm just responding to the oh hi.
Disappeared. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy. Look at how cute he is. So this is like, this is where we started. Well, I guess this isn't where we started, but like this is the last time I dry brushed them.
Yeah, are you noticing you're getting better at like where to place the slap chop now?
Nope.
No?
I'm
you
just
will.
I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it.
We out here.
And I have noticed that I now know how much to wipe my brush.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
so
can sit over there for a sec.
Just like in when I started building, I began the slap chop with the Sentinel, because I was like, if I fuck it up a little bit, it's a Sentinel. Like it's supposed to be kind of dingy. I don't dry brush with wet color. That's not a thing that I do.
Oh, so hold on. Are you like? Yeah, I've been like over brushing rather than dry brushing my stuff. Oh, that's not the color I wanted. Oh, that
Like
actually could
I
work.
use the actual dry brushes, the dry brush colors that Citadel makes, because that's just how I am. The top of your hat needs to be lighter, sir.
Ah.
So does your helmet. I need all of the tops of the helmets to be just as light as they can be. Just ha ha ha. Okay. And when I started, it was so streaky and fucked up.
God.
I was like, oh man. And it's also like the first time I'm using like big brushes like this. I'm not used to these kinds of brushes.
Yeah.
So
You know what's wild? When you buy a new pot of paint and realize how old and shitty your other ones are.
yeah.
Because I just opened this Rhinox hide and I was like, it's not gluggy. What the fuck?
I got that way. One of the rhinos, or one of the tanks that I put away, because I was getting really frustrated with it. I realized after I opened a new pot of Retributor armor that I was getting frustrated with it because I didn't realize how gluggy my Retributor armor was.
Yeah.
And that's why it was like making my tank look shitty. And I was like, oh no.
I don't know if I like this brown. It's too red. It's also it's probably because I'm already painting over a red undercoat. It's tinting it further.
Oh, that's probably right.
I should use a more wood brown, and it'll tint for me.
Yeah.
Which will be this wasteland color instead. Should use it.
So I didn't finish my other freaking tanks though. Especially dealing with these freaking
Yeah, I think you're going to see me on a bit of a Tau kick with painting soon, because I just ordered a bunch of more 3D printed parts, because I gained some motivation to finish up my Storm Surge, because I wanted to put arms on it. So I ordered a little conversion kit to replace some of the... I had these other arms that I only kind of liked, and it was really hard to position them, so I've bought the actual arms kit instead. And I've got that coming. I've got some like Tau-themed objective markers coming. I've got like marker light tokens coming. The stuff that like helps their faction to designate targets. And then I've also got a pair of like Tau punching gauntlets called Onager gauntlets, which is like an experimental weapon that they used to be able to take. And I think I'm going to slap it on one of the models anyway, because it'll just be a fun conversion. And if we ever get them back, I'll have a model with them, with one.
I actually have, Matt is printing me some Sisters objective tokens right now.
Oh, hell yeah. I got a wound tracker off the same website if you want me to link it to you.
Ooh.
You can get it in 24,
granted,
28, or 40.
I granted my most of my sisters only have one wound capability, so
yeah, I'm mostly getting mine for my big units like my Storm Surge or like tanks.
Oh yeah,
because my Storm Surge I think has like 20 wounds or something.
You gotta know what I bought recently?
What'd you buy recently?
I bought sister specific dice.
Oh, from like the GW ones, or did you get some like printed ones?
No, GW does not make sisters dice.
They do, but they're hella expensive.
Not that I've ever seen. I did look, I didn't see any.
They might have run out.
Possibly. No, I bought some Chessex, the Borealis dice that are like dark purple and gold. And then I bought some gold dice to use for miracle dice.
There.
So I've got like some different colored die.
3 years ago, they pulled out some black and orange Sisters of Battle dice. And I mean, if you literally go on Etsy, I've found heaps of... I mean, it's just the Fleur de Lis as the 6. But I'll put them in the live station if you want to have a look.
I will just keep with my super purple. It's got to be the vibe. It's got to be the vibe. I am nothing if consistent. I also... Oh my god, man. Look at this tiny tape measure.
A tiny tape measure? Oh man, mine's like a standard like industrial sized one. It's fucking huge.
It's a little key.
I will say, take the key off it because I have like a little wrist strap for mine and it knocks over all of my models.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to Alex just got those. I'm gonna figure out how to get the little keychains off them. Because I already there is a piece of terrain that we use that's got a little bit of a bow and I keep hitting it and it just spins in circles.
So you know what I bought for this event I went to? Well, I was like, how the fuck am I to get all my shit around? I literally found from Bunnings a collapsible, foldable 3-tier trolley, basically a craft trolley but slightly bigger. And I put all my models on it, I put all my snacks on it, I put all my rule books on it, and I just wheeled it around the entire weekend. That. And people, I also saw, I want to say like 5 to 10 other people doing the same thing out of like 200 people there. And I was like, I'm so validated in this purchase because one, it has been a joy, like an utter lifesaver to not have to carry my shit around like that. And I can also put any dead models on it and not have to put them away properly. And I would just put them back into my display board of Pallet Town. And then I would have so much less pack up.
Nice.
Because I would just be done already. and it's like $100 from Bunnings, and it is the best decision I've made in Warhammer so far.
There's definitely,
Nope.
I don't think I'm gonna be hauling my stuff to tournaments. I don't think I'm that good.
I know I'm not that good. This was a casual event, and I will not be going to competitive tournaments. I know I won't be. But this is like the once a year that I go to Arc. I'm gonna have that.
Mm-hmm.
And I also bought it because when I film stuff, I can have a little side table of tech.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Yeah. Like if I had more space in this office, I would put it next to me, and I would have like a little. I would love to have a little bench beside me that's portable and I can wheel in this office. There's nowhere near enough space to have a stored trolley. Not enough space.
I got very lucky, and like right now it's super empty, but you can see like just over my shoulder here, I've got my Husky one that like I put all my D&D stuff in for conventions.
Yeah.
That it's like I wheel that shit around, and everybody's like, "Why do you wheel that stuff around?" And I'm like, "Because I don't want to have back problems." There are so many DMs that I talk to. They're like, "Oh yeah, I brought a backpack and it was the worst decision." And I was like, "Haha."
Yeah, no, I know that. Like, I also brought a folding camping chair to this Warhammer thing as well. People were like, "You brought a chair? Oh my god!" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm standing up for 8 hours to 12 hours. Otherwise, I'm not doing that over 2 days." I also just went to DreamHack. My feet already hurt.
Yep, I did spend a lot of time. Like even in our, I think it's funny that in the like the pitch for Combat Patrol that it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you can play this in less than an hour." And I'm like, "Fucking lies." It took us
No, not
I think
at all.
our first game was like 5 hours.
You do, yeah. Well, that's when NATO and I were like teaching me how to play. We were doing like 3-hour stints, and we'd get through 2 turns.
It's tough, man. I can't imagine, and this is with like less than 1,000 points.
Yeah, 2,000 point game when you're fast will be like a 4 to 5 hour game, which is great. Like something I really loved about this event that I was at. We were talking about it last week because I did kind of like a chill building and recap stream. It was, I don't know, it was just nice to be in the environment and also just play this game that's so nostalgic for me from my teenage years. So I was sitting there just playing it going like, man, I miss this. Like I genuinely missed playing it. And the fact I didn't have to play against any that guy players, I didn't play against anyone who was difficult to be around. Like I played against difficult opponents, but I didn't play against like a that guy. And I know it's because the event type I was at was not the place for that, but it made me feel like, yeah, I do genuinely like this. And I met a couple people there who have already invited me to go to some like build meets and paint days as a result. And I might like,
Super cool.
yeah, it sounds like they might do it like once a month, and I'll go every now and then, like when I'm not as busy. And then Pete and Tom were like, "Oh, now that you're playing, I should get my army together." I was like, "You should. Let's play some games, because I actually want to play now."
Like I know that this is gonna be something that like Alex and I can do together. That, you know,
Yeah.
Like, so like the other night, you know, Matt was like, "Oh, I want to play some Elden Ring. I want to get ready for the DLC coming out." And so we're like, "Cool, we'll just like set up on the table and
you're
play
playing in
around
the
a
same room
Warhammer."
together?
Yeah, we're playing in the same room
Oh,
together.
that's so cute. And so he's playing some Elden Ring, and then on behind you, you're playing some Warhammer. Oh, I love that.
I think in the pictures that I sent you, you could see like his shoulder, him like sitting on the couch.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize.
Playing.
Yeah.
Because like we take our table and we extended it
Yeah.
and made little. By the way, that tape made a hell of a mess on my table. It's so funny. I was like, cool, we're not doing that again. There's like big old streaks on my table from where the tape made marks. What I ended up doing is buying a Chessex board that's big enough for Combat Patrol.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
I was like, I'm just gonna mark out how big combat patrol is, and then we can draw on this little thing, like, so I don't have to keep measuring everything.
So Leia, now that you have started getting into the game part, and your partner has as well, you know those Imperium magazines that I was telling you about?
Yes.
The one that's just started in America for you is now called Combat Patrol, and over the course of the magazines, you get 9 combat patrols.
Oh my god.
Like 9 different armies worth of the combat patrol boxes at, I think it's a discounted rate. It's just that over time you're spending a lot of money because you're getting so many models. But if you want super cheap models, you now have an avenue to look out for those.
I think one of the if it weren't for the fact that I now understand the game and know what I like, I think that now is the time that I will begin cultivating my desired
list
miniatures. I'm gonna be procuring the list of miniatures that I would like to have.
First off, get the models that you like.
enjoyed.
Still get the models that you like the look of playing. Like, you don't have to look up like what's good, and I would actively encourage not looking up what's good, because people will always tell you what's good until the balanced data slate comes out, and one came out last week, which means that a bunch of stuff is no longer quote unquote good.
I honestly, that doesn't matter to me as much as like what's good to me is what's gonna allow me to have fun.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess the category of that is, for some people, what units are the best and most overpowered, you know? So I got a couple friends who would say my fun comes from optimizing my list to being really good. And I'm like, well, yeah, but you got to also consider the other side of the table of, like, if they're not building their list the same way as you, you might steamroll them, and it might be not as fun, and they might play you twice and hate your list enough to not play anymore with that against that army.
Yeah. And I mean, like, a part of my thing is, like, I will choose things that I think work. So, for instance, I had no intention in buying either the Arco-Flagellants or the Penitent engines.
Yeah.
They were not models that I was interested in.
But now that you've seen them, you're like,
however,
oh, yeah.
After having played them, the Arco-Flagellants are fucking insane. Especially when I pair them with my sister Repentias, who are just... I can't wait to get a full set of them. I have 5 right now. I want a whole unit. I want 9 of those babies. So, and honestly, I would like to have more I had so much fun with my Penitent machine and being able to hold down Alex's Sentinel machine, the Sentinel that he had, because like every time he would, the second game we played, he went straight for my Penitent engine, and I just locked it down with my Penitent engine.
Yeah, that's a good move too, because his Sentinel's gonna not do well in combat against that, but it has a big chainsaw and will do good against infantry. So like the gun on it, mind you, he can also shoot that gun in combat. As long as it doesn't have a blast keyword.
You know where he was shooting it?
Where?
Right at my Penitent machine. Which has a very good... Every time we played, he was like, I didn't do... He said that he didn't play correctly. And I was like, if that's what you think... I wish I could draw for you our final confrontation, because it was so hilarious to me.
Oh yeah.
Because he's like, oh, I'm not playing strategic enough, and I was just like, I am not a strategic person, but I understood what the important part of the game was.
Yeah.
Which is, hold no man's land.
Did you draw objectives for your combat patrol, or did you what was your missions?
like what were the names of the missions?
Like, did it give you
Or-
mission cards to draw from, or?
Yeah, in the combat patrol book, I don't like that this is not squeezing out. Oh god. In the combat patrol book, there are situations to choose from.
Yeah, yeah.
The first one we picked, oh, I just made a giant mess. The first one we picked, which was just number 1, which is a very simple, there are 4 equidistant
4 objectives
Points?
to take.
objectives, that's the word. There are 4 equidistant objectives to take, get the most amount of points.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because there's always like, did you draw secondaries as well then, or?
We did choose to use our secondaries, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Especially since my secondary is super easy, and it actually shuts down a function of his army.
Yeah, sometimes they can do that. And it is luck of
Because,
the
like,
draw
my-
with secondaries.
Yeah. Well, I only have 1 secondary that I can choose from.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So normally in the bigger game, there's like a whole deck of like 20 or 30 of both.
Ah.
Yeah. But in Combat
Yeah, I
Patrol,
only
they
have
must have
1.
scaled it, so there's only a couple to get used to. Are you
Yeah,
using
so my
Are you using core
Go ahead.
stratagem? Sorry, you.
core stratagems?
Yeah, so in the core rules, there's a set of evergreen stratagems that both armies can use.
Oh, no, we're not using those yet.
100% use core. If Combat Patrol's not telling you to use those, don't. But core stratagems, you'll actually probably use those more than your army-specific stratagems.
Mm-hmm.
So one is called Fire Overwatch, and it means that when someone moves within range of your weapons, you can do a command point to Fire Overwatch as a reaction, and on a roll of a 6, it's not your ballistic skill, it's on a specific roll of a 6, you hit them with any gun that you're firing at, and you choose 1 unit to do so, and then you wound as normal. But keep in mind, flamers have a torrent keyword, which means they automatically hit. So if you have a flamethrower weapon like your Penitent engine and something wants to roll near you, you can just blast them with flames and automatically hit, rolling straight to wound. And you can kill a bunch of them in their shooting phase or movement phase.
I love that thing.
Yeah.
I have such fondness for my Penitent engine now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're such a good boy.
I love flamethrowers. The Salamanders Space Marines are the only faction I like because number 1, they're the good guys, but number 2, they gain specific bonuses by using flamethrowers.
Nice. I do have 2 flamethrower sisters. I've got 1 in my finished squad, and then I've got 1 in my combat patrol squad.
Oh, yeah, actually, the sisters have like a saying, their doctrine of trio of weapons. It's the flamer, the melter, and the either plasma or the bolter. That's like their holy
bolter.
trinity.
The bolter is the one that all of them carry. I haven't seen any melta.
Some of their more like elite units get access to melters.
And then there
like
are
your
definitely
retributors do, I think.
Possibly. But now I'm on a kick of like I want to finish my sisters. Like,
yeah, it does that, hey. Well, that's why I might be on a kick of now finishing the Tau. Because I specifically played the game and I'm like, fuck, I want to learn how to play Tau properly. Because I would love to get my main faction up and running and be able to use 1, a Kroot army, but 2, I love the idea of an all battlesuit army with Farsight. Oh, she does have a groove where the axe goes. I thought so.
I'm very excited. Like I want to finish everything. My goal is to finish everything that I have started.
Yeah.
Which means, and I did get like a bunch of stuff to finish bases. So I actually might throw in some other sisters that are unfinished right now into the stuff that I'm working on.
Yeah.
'Cause it's really not that much.
And
stuff.
remember, if you don't want to buy new units and you want to see how they play first, we can do some tabletop sim.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because that way you don't have to commit to money on models that you end up not liking using.
Yeah, I'm going to finish the ones I really honestly I want to play with some of the new stuff that's out. I want to play. I really want to see how the shit. What are those girls called? The ones with the shields. Shit.
Sacrosands?
Sacrosands. I want to see how the Sacrosands play. I want to see how the war suits play.
Apparently Morven Val and the war suits had to be nerfed because Morven Val made the war suits so good that nobody took war suits on their own. So the war suits got a little buff as a result to be able to like entice players not to just have Morven Val leading them.
Like that's one of the things I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be so hard to like choose who my leader is gonna be, because like I want to I have decided I am going to rebuy St. Catherine's.
Oh yeah.
However, I will be using pieces from the St. Catherine's that I already own, like the base that I finished. I will be keeping that and reusing that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the damaged pieces I will be replacing.
Oh, that's fair.
And that is I mean, it's sad, but it is, you know, it is what it is. I've gotten over the kicking myself for it.
Yeah.
And I've got a Celestine that I want to finish, that I want to crack open. Oh my gosh, I want to play Celestine so bad.
So, she can come back to life. So what am I gonna say? What am I trying to say? Oh, it's gone. Generally, oh my god. Nah, it's gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish because like I've got a Dialogus. I've got, funnily enough, another Canoness in there. I've got the Novitiates.
Oh
that
yeah.
I've got to finish.
So I think usually the leader will be like determine a little bit more of like what you want the army's function to be. If it's like if you want them to be able to like storm points, or if you want them to be able to like take out monster threats, usually that's where it'll come from. I saw your something out of your stratagems gave you something in your stratagems gave you the ability to get lethal no, it was against your it was the Sentinel. So the Sentinel specifically says each time a model unit makes an attack roll against a monster or vehicle unit, they can re-roll the wound roll. So if they hit, they get a free re-roll against bigger stuff. And then Martyr's Death is going to be really good for your Arcoflagellants or your Penitent Engine if it actually goes down, because you can still have it fight in if it hasn't already.
Yeah.
Which
that
is
was definitely that was like the only one I used.
Yeah. I think that's pretty rad.
But like, yeah, I want to get into more of the stuff that I own, and like, I don't know. I also have like my Hospitaller and the Amagifier and
they can
all of these other girls that can be attached to other units.
Yeah, all like really good support units.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see what I can do. I am done slap chopping.
Are you done prepping, or you?
I'm done. Well, I haven't done the big units. I haven't done the. All right. I'm done slap chopping these guys.
Oh wow! Yeah. I'm working on Karlach's
like,
leather at the moment.
I'm a little worried about like how detailed some of these guys are, and like how I'm gonna get.
I like the belt
How am I gonna
buckles and
paint-
things.
How am I gonna paint cleanly?
I think the Warhammer community has a good, I mean, they have a contrast paint tutorial for the Guardsman, but you could just apply the techniques that they're using to the model.
God, this guy's armor is underneath everything. I'm not painting you first. All right, who wants to go first? This guy. You have been chosen.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the new Cadians is while their sculpts are so nice, they added like these buckle belt straps to every one of them over their normal plated armor, which means they're harder to paint now.
Yeah, especially with like the oh, maybe not this guy. This guy's got a bunch of buckles and stuff over. I need to start with somebody. Somebody needs to go first. I'm also like not super keen on having to mix this color every time I want to use it.
Yeah, I was about to suggest try and get one that's not going to need a mix.
The problem is there isn't anything that's close enough that Alex liked.
So not Militarum green at all, because that's the regular Cadian.
It was very
kind of foresty
I
green.
asked him about it, so that there wasn't a contrast for that.
Yeah, there is Militarum green.
Or like, I think the one that I looked at was like very olivey.
It is a bit more olivey. It's like your traditional Cadian armor tone. But unfortunately, there is no blue-green that would suit like that unless you're going for quite a saturated one, which is not going to work for Space Army men. Oh, the other one that could work would maybe like the Dark Angels green. It will just be a bit darker than what you're painting now.
I think I got it. I just have to
How's that looking, chat?
actually pay attention. She's so pretty. Oh, Matt, she looks so good.
Yeah, I like the separation of this leather that's coming out. I'm going to try and get as much of that done as possible. Part of me is like, am I wasting time by base coating all of this shit? Like, should I just like go straight onto layering and have like a red undertone with everything? But I'm also like, I don't know if I'm confident enough to paint like that. Like what I know is base shade highlight.
Do that.
Yeah.
There isn't anything wrong with that way of painting.
Yeah, I definitely know I want to do like, I think I might literally just have a day of like, if I do this on stream a bunch, like literally a day of going through the belt buckles and painting weathered leather everywhere.
Oh yeah.
With like the, you do the chipping and scratches, and then you put a wash over it, and then you do chipping and scratches, and then you put a wash over it, and keep that method. Because she's got like, it's like brown leather, but all of the scratches are in like a lighter brown, because that's the true leather color.
Yeah. Oh, I should have done skin tone first. What am I doing? We're guessing. Also, why am I not using a paint handle?
So true.
How do I do it? It's like absolutely lost my brain for a second.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, paint eyes on her.
Oh no.
Oh boy. All right.
this dude. Sorry. Oh, now I'm painting where nobody can see. Ah. Oh my gosh. I am sorry, folks. I can tell we turned on the concentration.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to go like, how do I hold this more and more?
Think. Paint this way. So I mixed a bit of the color and it dried in my little palette here
Yeah.
super fast. And so I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna do this?
When mixing, I still use a wet palette. If I'm doing regular contrast, it's just out of the pot. But I do find that you still get the it stays wet for longer with your wet palette. It's just like the risk with contrast paint is because it's so thin, water can get in. It's kind of a mixed bag with a wet palette.
Oh,
It
you
just
want to know what I want to do?
what?
And this sounds probably like blasphemy. I really just want to mix it in the pot.
Don't do that. Do you have a spare pot?
I don't have a spare pot.
If you can get a spare paint pot and you don't care if you have to buy a new version of that paint, buy a new one, buy a bunch of that other paint you want, and mix a pot of it and call it Tanith Green. I would if you're willing to do that, because you know the ratio of it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, shake it up really well and get a dropper.
I have a bottle somewhere.
I don't know, you got any washers that are close to dead that you can throw out?
Just thinking too. I was like, I swear I saw something that like was almost gone. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go rinse this out.
Yep. If this is out of sync, please let me know and I'll shut up. Really depends on how the OBS lag comes through.
love how I have no context on what we're singing, but just what you're singing.
Oh yeah. It's the
Great.
it is the relic song, but from Pokemon, but the lo-fi version. It's catchy.
Okay. Can I take this little thingy off? I can.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Dry on the inside.
I'm not-
Oh. Okay.
Gamer Junkie says, hydrate. Gamer Junkie says, hydrate. Can't let go of my model.
Well. Okay. So, there is approximately a 2-to-1 ratio of orc flesh to what is
Orc
this?
flesh.
Pterodon turquoise.
How much ratio?
2-to-1.
2-to-1. Oh yeah. You got a dropper?
2 drops of orc flesh. I got a dropper.
Shake that bad boy up.
Someone has to take care of you heathens.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, I have to make sure. Did I even get this right? Oh, I got that kind of right. It's a little bit. I think it's just because it didn't cool enough. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that fucking color match.
As long as it's close enough, you know.
Yeah. And this not having to mix it will be
Yeah.
so much better.
Big boon. I'm liking that. Oh yeah. We've put those in earlier in the year and it's working quite well. We know, you know, because we know Tom and Jess and possibly yourself. Few of us can't listen to the stream, so we figure if we can have auto subtitles all the time, using what are we using? Pixel Chat. We figure
Pixel chat, yeah.
it's a bit more, you know, one, accessibility is important. Two, the accessibility of people who can hear but also need to be at work also works. So we wanted to do it for hard of hearing accessibility to start with. Problem was the first time we used it, we used a different service and it just didn't work for a long time.
I like this one a lot better because like it's already set up.
You just kind of open the
You don't have to
website and it
fuss with
starts.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay. Fingers crossed.
it's been a while since you've been around. Life's kind of punching you in the face. I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah.
What it you know, share as much as you feel is comfortable, but I hope everything's all right.
Well, things are better.
Yeah.
I know the situation of what's going on in,
Oh, okay, yeah,
in Gamer
that's fair.
Jinky's life, and I hope things are well.
Yeah, I hope things pick up for you soon, bud.
Did I do it? Oh, I fucking did it.
You did it?
I'm a fucking badass.
Yeah, you
Look
are.
at that
Yeah.
fucking green.
Yeah.
That's the fucking green
Fuck
I need.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm hyping you up. I'm here for you. I love the subtitles. They're like fucking green, fucking.
Well, I have to double check. Here's my test from last night. That's
Oh my
fucking
God.
on.
I'm so
at
sorry,
that. That is-
Gamer Junkie.
Leia, you can call me later for more info. Oh my god. Oh, I know that things have been with your mom have been tough, my man. I will call you text me your availability over the next couple of days, and I will give you a call, my love.
Yeah. Give them love
Gamer
from me
Junkie
too.
and Gamer Junkie and I went to college together, so that's why we are college besties.
Oh, you don't need to justify why you're friends. You just got friends.
I know. I was just giving you context. Okay, so this is my sample from last night. This is what orc flesh looks like. This is my sample from last night, and this is what I made just now.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Look at me. I'm
I
awesome.
like that.
10 a.m. Oh, wait. I'm off Thursdays and Fridays, love. Anytime after 10 works. Absolutely awesome. That's when I get out of bed. So perfect. Call you after I wake up. Got it.
Now that I have the model at a specific angle, I can actually see some of the print lines, but they're pretty damn small, so it's not.
They're yeah. It's one of those things. Just like they blend in. So Matt, almost. I could kiss you.
What
This
happened?
is such a good idea.
What happened?
I'm just. You
Oh, the mix.
suggesting me getting an extra pot.
I was like, I didn't
like,
do anything. Shut up. No, that's fair.
You're just so pumped right now.
Yeah, do it. Good. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm here for that.
Fuck yeah. Concrete. Fuck yeah. Okay. And then this is gonna go right between on my little carousel. It's gonna go right between orc flesh and the turquoise I use. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. With bedhead. I love it. Do. I think his hat. What else can I paint? Oh, there's this little thing on his hand. Oh, I really should have painted flesh shade. Why did I do that again?
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing for me is like I gotta get out of the brain of like being perfect.
Oh,
Ooh.
Slap Chop is not a perfect friendly system. I am going to very strictly tell you that now. Slap
like,
Chop is
getting-
a messy first method. And if
Like,
you want to
making
clean
sure
it
the
up,
colors
it's
go-
almost... Sorry?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you want to clean it up, it's almost a too bad, because if you have to clean it up, you're going to be dry brushing or layering, and then you're back at square regular painting if you feel like you have to do patchwork stuff. So Slap Chop is a very good exercise, much like contrast paint is in sticking between the lines of like an adult coloring book or a regular coloring book. It's a very good brush control exercise.
Let's see. On a slightly different note, anyone know where I can get a Pip-Boy by the 28th? I'm going to Boston, so I need it while I walk around the Commonwealth. And now I'm thinking of the Slap Chop commercials. I do
Look at
not
this.
know where you can go get those things.
A Pip-Boy, like a print of one, or like the one from the Fallout Collector's Edition, because they be expensive.
Oh yeah.
Because I know that they sold one with Fallout 4. Messaging me. Hey.
I know that there are 3D prints of them that have been going around since the show came out.
Depends if you want to have to paint it or not, I guess, is the question.
Yeah, that's really the question.
Don't care if it's functional. I'm going to be in Boston soon. I mean, yeah, it's like Oh yeah, we know you want a physical one. It's more of like, do you? There's depends if you like what's your budget? Because like,
Yeah.
you could buy a 3D print and paint that up. It's just you got to also paint it up. Because I'd say the 3D print and paint method would probably be the easiest if you've got what's the non-resin printer called?
Filament.
A filament printer, yeah. Get one of those going. On the cheap, honestly, all my savings are going towards it. Yeah, I reckon like get a 3D print version. Chuck some what, like silver craft paint over it. Well, you could paint it like a dark metal, so like mix some silver and some black, and then sponge silver on it, and then get green for the screen. Like that's mostly what a Pip-Boy looks like, right? I know I'm in like the I know Fallout, but I don't know deep Fallout territory.
No, you're right. You're in there.
Because I've played Fallout 4 and watched the series, and that's most of my knowledge, other than going on a Wikipedia. Oh my god, there is so much of her titty that is exposed.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was just like, where am I painting black here? Because like this black leather down here, but on her left titty, it's kind of like an exposed titty with some strap over it.
I noticed that when I started seeing all the Karlach cosplayers.
Yeah. You're gonna go Nuka-Cola Quantum Job. That's yeah. Yeah, I reckon.
Oh, that's cool.
Get an STL. I reckon that'll work great.
Gamer Junkie, when we talk, bring this up. Tell me when you're going to Boston. I might be able to figure something out for you. Because I have a filament printer.
Oh?
And I'm not visiting. Well, I'll be in New York in the next month. Which is something I just decided this week.
That's fair. You mean like New York City?
Oh, not New York City, the state.
I thought you lived in the state. No, you live in Washington?
I live in Washington. Or close to Washington.
It is confusing as to where your area is.
I mean, you're not wrong. I live near Washington.
You know, I'm not trying to give out too much, but
That's fine.
we've talked about it a little bit on stream already, but you know, I don't want to talk too detailed.
It's fine. I have the stream in which we do not speak of actually spruiked themselves as being a like my area specific
Group. Yeah.
stream group, because they used to meet in person, so it's kind of already out there.
That's fair.
My area, at least. You don't have to go to Crazy Love. It's fine. I just have to go without this time. But I'm not gonna let this drop. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna have a conversation, like it or not.
Leia will beat you up. She's already tried to beat me up, but she just can't get to Australia. It's the only thing that's protecting me is the ocean between us.
Oh, I will mention. Okay, so I told the boys, I was like, I probably won't be able to do it this year. Speaking of beating you up, I told the boys I probably won't be able to do it this year because we're saving up to go see Alex's dad in Arizona this year around the time that your PAX would happen.
Yes.
However, I am going to attempt next year to come to Australia. And the boys have said if a trip to Australia is happening, all of us are going.
I figured that would be the case.
So
yes.
hopefully,
So not
next
this PAX.
not this year,
Next
not
PAX.
this PAX. Next,
Okay.
hopefully, fingers crossed.
Well, that might
Next
be
PAX.
a little bit of a Kofi goal or something that we can put towards next year then.
I know where you live,
Yeah,
gamer
but
junkie.
I mean,
Don't.
so we won't be able to house 3 of you, but we can put you in
No.
our area if you want to come. Actually, I would even say, depending on how much travel you want to do, it might even be better just to stay like in the city for the PAX time, and then when it's not
Probably.
PAX time, stay somewhere else.
I know that.
Oh yeah, tour guide time. Fuck yeah.
I have a partner who vastly and great likes to have their own space when like it's cool down time. So we will probably end up having to get like a hotel or something.
Oh yeah, no, what I mean is that my house is quite far out from the city. So if for the specific PAX time, I also get a hotel in the city, and I'll be staying with like a few people like from the Aussie community, like Zach and them. But
yeah,
what I would recommend is if you spend longer than the amount of time that it is for PAX week, change from a hotel in the city to somewhere a little further out, so it's cheaper afterwards.
yeah, we'll figure it out because
So you'd still get your own space in that sense.
we have to worry about like the big thing is the cats. We don't have anybody to take care of them. Because like I told the boys, it's like if we go out there, I want to go for a while, and they're like, well, who's gonna watch our cats?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You'd have to either kennel them or a friend might have to take them, yeah.
I might know someone that might be willing to hook you up with a potential hotel discount out there, at least a nice hotel chain at that.
Ooh.
We'll have to, we'll
Like
have to
out here at
discuss it.
Australia or out at New York?
Oh, I don't need one for New York.
Oh, fair.
Although, I do have to figure out, you guys just stay with, I'm one of those people that just stays with their parents.
I would
just rather stay
well,
with them.
so that's fair. Like if I've got a single friend coming down like NATO did last year, I always like being like, don't spend money, stay on my couch or stay on like we've got a spare, we got like mattresses you can sleep on. Like
Yeah.
if it's just like a night here or two, I'm always like, come and stay at my place because I appreciate it when other people do it for me type thing. I will never I will always want to offer if I can.
Oh yeah, and I was definitely so here's the thing that it was
Oh, for a trip to Australia.
I was not expecting my other partners to be as interested.
Oh, okay.
I guess is the revelation that came about.
Well, I guess it's like a different country the first time going. It like, if you're coming down for like a month, it's a trip,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long you guys do your trips for. I'm like a 2 weeks kind of guy.
We have not gone on a family trip before.
Oh.
We just haven't had the time, the vacation time, the money. But it's finally beginning to be a thing that like we can dream about going on vacations to places.
Yeah.
Because we're finally
Getting into a
to
spot.
that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fair. Jess and I do like little trips right now. Our big first trip together overseas is going to be Japan next year. Actually, no, we went to New Zealand early last year, but that was like a 5-day trip specifically to see my chem, or Jess to see my chem. So
yeah, I remember that.
That one was like, New Zealand is basically just over the pond. It takes the same amount of time to fly to New Zealand from Melbourne than it does to Perth, which is the same country. So New Zealand is, it's a separate country, but it's so close that it's like, does it count?
Yeah, it's kind of like going to Canada for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's just there. So like our first proper international trip will be Japan. And at one point Benji was like, I want to get married in Greece, and you guys want to come to Greece? And I was like, fuck, that's so far for it to go, like destination weddings. I'm like, that's so far for me to spend on somebody else. But Jess was like, we could just go to England to do a Europe trip as well. And I was like, I know, it's just, that's hectic. He's not doing that anymore.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I think my second problem about this is figuring out how much paint needs to be on the brush, how much paint I need to leave on areas of the model.
Thick. It's one thick coat. Lurk. Hello, Tom. All the paint. It's contrast paint, yeah. Put it on a little thicker, because like right now they're kind of like quite bright green. You could maybe go a little bit thicker and be a darker. It just depends how much cleanup you want to do when moving it around.
I mean, I'm working on the black right now, just because that's where. Oh, I did that thing. You're not supposed to do that thing.
You touched it after putting it on, didn't you?
Touched it.
Yep.
Fucking touched it.
Yeah, it happens. But don't go back afterwards. Don't go back again.
Don't touch it. I'm not touching it.
Can't touch it. No touchy.
Not touching it. No touching.
Oh, I'm gonna want to do that fucking glow effect on her chest as well. God damn. All right. Oh, this is gonna be a very high level paint job, and I don't know if I'm ready for that right now, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I want you to remember that it's okay to take breaks.
Oh no, this is gonna be probably like a 30 to 50 hour paint that I can already tell coming up. So I'm like taking it slow.
Have a good one, Gamer Junkie. Thanks for stopping by.
No worries,
I will
Gamer.
call you in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
I hope you're doing okay, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Leather's looking nice. I mean, I've painted black mostly this stream and a little bit of brown, but I'm liking that it's nice and smooth. It's all on there. You know?
But like, it's definitely coming out. It's
popping.
Like, it's what you wanted.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to focus on that for most of this. Because right now there's like a lot of blended colors and I want to separate those. Like I don't mind if like the red is a bit darker in the areas where it's shaded. I think I actually kind of prefer that right now.
Yeah. That makes sense. Oh, once I get that black on, ooh.
Let's step back and look at her on her legs. Yeah, look, that's great. Yeah, nice.
Just coming out so good.
Yeah. I also am noticing all of her scarring kind of has like it's got a pinky texture to it because it's scarring. So I might even do a bit of that. Like when it comes to it, I think I'm going to be mixing like a flesh tone into my light red color. And I'll probably do some highlights and then blend those in for depth and then do some more highlights and then wash them in. Because that means her back.
Strategy.
Yeah, that means the left side of her body's going to look really good there. Might do the glow last.
Oh, that's definitely going to be something you want to do last.
Yeah.
Yep. Blah. Blah. Blah.
You okay, bud?
Contrast tastes disgusting.
Yeah, contrast tastes bad. Just like the Donkey Roads washes, they do not taste good. This is my favorite out of the lo-fi albums. Kokiri Forest from Zelda.
I think like my reservations about contrast is because it is one and done.
Yep.
Like
It's
you
weird.
don't get a second chance.
That's why I always kind of say it's like it's an exercise in brush control, which actually has helped my further painting. I will put it out there. Like when I'm trying to be neat, it's easier to be neat.
That made that so black.
Black Templar?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I want it to be that like black.
Hey Anthony, how you doing? Good to see you. Painting a big lady. And have you got a lady on your one as well? You're painting a small lady?
I think I'm painting a small lady. I can't tell. They all look the same.
Which is so funny about the people being so upset about the female custodies, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's actually very funny is my friend who wants to play a Wrath and Glory game. He wants to do a an all Sisters of Battle game.
Yeah, yeah.
And he messaged me about the Custodies thing. He's like, "Did you hear about this?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's not that big of a deal." And he was like really worried that it was going to take away from like the sisters. And I was like, "They got two different jobs, my dude."
So the thing is, when people are like, "Oh my god, it's going to take away what makes the sisters special," it's like, what makes the sisters special is not that they're women, and we don't need like the argument like, "Oh, but you already have a women faction." It's like, yeah, that's shoehorning women into one box that is, you know, that's inherently sexist as well. Not saying that your friend is. Mostly, like, I've heard the argument, like, oh, it's going to take away what makes the special sisters. I'm like, no, it's not. The sisters are, and also have men in their army. They are a group of super religious zealots that are mostly comprised of sisters. They're a matriarchy, and they exist without having the gender specifically as their identity. It's like they are the Adeptus Sororitas because they're led by ladies and their majority of their forces, but overall it doesn't relegate other people in the Imperium to not be women, you know?
Yeah, that's what I told my friend. I was like, first of all, yeah, I was like, you have to think about it like this. Sisters are clerics. They are a
Yeah.
religious sect of the Imperium. The Custodes are like
They're bodyguards.
paladins.
The custodians
They-
aren't even like
they-
holy. They're just they're
No,
fighters.
I'm talking about. Okay, so I would say I say paladins not because this is. All right, we're gonna get into my dislike for the difference between paladins and clerics.
Yeah, fair.
Especially in 5e, because the line was very blurred in all of the previous editions. In 5e, paladins are not innately religious. They swear themselves
It's a
to
code.
cause.
Yeah.
It's a code. It's a cause.
Yeah. Oath. Yeah, yeah.
And that's
okay.
why I say that custodians are kind of like a paladin, in where that they swear themselves to a cause, and then they fight for that cause.
I suppose, yeah, they'd be oath of the crown in that sense, because they're a bodyguard to the monarchy.
Yet another poor take on a bunch of immature, misogynistic man babies.
Oh, who said that? Hell yeah, Anthony.
Yep. Oh my god. My partner, Alex, got the best fucking shirt.
Oh, what's it say?
So it comes from Punk with a Camera, and it's got a big old space marine on it, and it says what is it? Oh my gosh.
It's not like transhuman, transgender, because like technically all space
No.
marines are transgender as well.
Hold on. I have to. I have to actually get the shirt pulled up because it's fucking hilarious. I saw it on a TikTok, and I was like, we need to buy this now. Oh, here it is. So it's like a big space marine with a big ass gun. And it says, "Trans people existing does nothing to negate your life, you crybaby bitch."
Wait, say that again, one more time. Need to relish it.
Of course I closed it as soon as I read it out loud. So big old space marine. Trans people existing does nothing to negate you, does nothing negative to your life, you crybaby bitch.
Exactly, unless unless you're like directly threatened by someone, which at that point, like, look at your own belief system, and most of your belief system will probably be something to a root cause of you're a bigot. Like, just fucking let people be. Leave them alone. Oh, they're gonna make everyone gay. It's like, are you gay then? Like, are you worried you might be gay? Because I'm sorry to say, if you're so scared of being gay, you might just be a little gay.
It's oh my god. I'll dig you out an article from the mid-late 80s about the feminist background and theories embedded in Warhammer, and forward to you sometimes. Assuming the man babies can read, you can throw it at them. I love it. Yes.
Yeah, methinks the cis het doth protest too much.
I love it.
You know, coming from someone who came, like, I'll fully and happily admit this in public, coming from somewhere that I grew up, which was, like, the place I was and resided in was very racist, very homophobic. Like, that's just, unfortunately, the nature of growing up in far north Queensland, a very rural place. It's got all the hallmarks of, oh god, I could have turned out very different. And I know people who didn't change, and I have since not stopped talking to them because they've gone down the QAnon hole. And, like, it's a lot of behavior to unlearn, and it's very easy to get stuck in it.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's a, and I'm not saying you can't unlearn it, because, like, that means everyone's fucked at that point. People can change. Hell, I know way back when, it was like, when I was a teenager, I can make note of times where it was encouraged for that behavior, and I look back on it going like, that's fucked. That's so bad that it was so normalized, and you know, since being at university, being in bigger cities, and viewing so many other perspectives, unlearning that behavior has been a key part of me growing up. Yeah, former West Australian, try to get the vibe, yeah.
Like, so my father, who I grew up knowing was the most, I feel like he was the most accepting person on the planet. Like, he has always inspired me to just love people as they are. And in his words, if it doesn't hurt me, I don't give a shit. Like, as long as you're not hurting anybody and nobody's hurting you, who cares what you believe in or what you look like or where you come from or who you love or whatever. Like, I don't give a shit. And I found out very recently that my dad was like, my views were not always like that. He came from rural Pennsylvania, and he's like, it was really racist.
Yeah.
He's like, you've heard some of the things that your grandmother has said. Like, they're not great stuff. And I was like, yeah, I never thought about it that way. That, like, you always just seem so accepting. And he goes, yeah, I had to unlearn a lot of hateful shit.
I, you know, back in my youth, I didn't get taught until like mid-teenage years the concept of racism. And then when I started realizing what constituted as racism, I was like, fuck, no wonder certain scenarios played out the way I did, because my father or someone had told me to say this thing back to someone, and it wasn't like the N-word or anything like that, but it was very clearly like coded in a certain way. And I look back on that, I'm like, yeah, that was racist. And so it's like, no wonder some of the kids in and around didn't want to be friends, or like they would not be friends with other groups of friends because someone in that group had been told to say certain things. And it's like, it starts so young, and if it becomes normalized, it just becomes part of your vernacular. And it's only when you really get that other perspective and step back, you're like, or are exposed to like the lessons of it, like from someone who is teaching it in a non-biased way, of like, what you're saying is hurting somebody else. And, you know, also coming to it with an air of understanding. It's like learning very slowly that, yeah, if you've said something bad in the past, it doesn't relegate you the whole time. If you're willing to go like, that is something that is a horrible thing that was taught to me, and I don't wish to be like that anymore. And as long as you're not doing irredeemable things like murder or anything like that, or like, you know, you don't hurt people so irreparably that you can't come back from it. But yeah, it's like those people, they don't have to forgive you either, as well. That's another very important thing I've noticed. People that you have hurt don't have to forgive you, and you're not entitled to that closure. Just because you turned a new leaf. There are going to be people that will never forgive you. There are going to be people that don't want to speak to you anymore. Because in the past you may have done something that really, really hurt them. Because it's also people's feelings and pain not equal and or relative to yours. They exist separately. My point is, people grow and change, and I grew up in a horrible place of people saying horrible shit to both genders and races and sexualities, and just wish people would grow and chill the fuck out and let people exist and be.
Look at this guy! Look at this guy! He's so cool. Yeah, I think once I get some browns on these guys, they're gonna look spiffy AF. How's my slop chop?
Oh, that's great, dude. I do like that the black makes it go like a drab dark brown. It looks nice. You know, like in like I say that in a way that's like it works for what you're trying to do.
Yeah. I think it is definitely a challenge. This is definitely a thing that I have to do now.
It's a new thing. It sure is.
This is definitely, it's certainly a thing.
Look, when you get faster at it, you'll definitely thank yourself that you did do it.
My concern is I will never get fat.
You will get faster.
I'm just gonna suck forever.
No, you'll put in your hours and you'll get better and faster like you did with everything else you've done. And then it'll be another technique under your belt, and you'll be like, oh man, maybe I'll just slap chop this thing because I can't be bothered today. And it is valid and looks good. See your waistcoat, stay for conversation. Hey, that's all right. Thanks for stopping in. Compliments for Leia. You've triggered a compliment, Leia, by dissing yourself too hard. I think your slap chop is looking really, really good, and I think it will continue to look really, really good because you're a good painter. Aha.
Although, I guess, like, the upside is I don't have to do any more work after this is done.
Exactly. It's a one and done method. You want to know those squig hogs I did all up there? They're all slap chop. They look great. I haven't painted them since I did them.
Those did look very good.
Yeah, that's what yours are going to look like. They're going to look good. It's the time. Oh my god. You say it's frustrating?
Said this is the tiniest brush. Oh, I don't even have to worry about this guy's back because he's wearing a backpack. How is his backpack attached? What do I paint? How do I paint this? What is that a cup? This guy's got a cup on his backpack.
Yeah, they're army men. They have to bring all their shit with them.
So cute.
I like Later Gator. I like the Death Corps of Krieg, another thing that you can look at. They're just listed under Veteran Guardsman in the Codex, but the Death Corps of Krieg have like the gas masks and like they have like trench shovels, and you can stick like 4 or 5 trench shovels on the squad.
I've seen a couple of them actually.
Yeah. That Arcadian upgrade sprue also has a las gun like buried in the dirt, just sitting there.
Cool.
It's great like greeblies and extra bits for Guardsman.
Oh, there's so many good greeblies. Alex didn't want me to put any greeblies on these guys. I think he was just like, he wanted me to just finish them.
Leia, that means you bloody save them for something you want to make.
I've got... Oh, you don't know what I did?
You get to keep all the bloody greeblies.
I got all the greeblies. I did something that you... Trench...
Hold on, I gotta highlight that in chat. Trench shovel equals the wartime stick.
Oh, I heard that war crime stick.
It is the war crime stick. Sorry.
It's the war crime stick.
Yeah. So here, I just pulled out the thing. It's a Guardsman las gun buried in the dirt, and he's got It's like a grave. Cool. It's a Guardsman las gun with the helmet sitting on top. He's got dog tags on it. I just realized that's the first time I've realized it's a grave.
Holy shit.
That
got really dark.
Yeah. There's also a guy that he's got an axe. There's a guy with a syringe, a guy holding some document papers, a kind of like a guy who has like pulled his shirt up to his sleeves and he's holding a spanner.
I do have a guy who's got like his sleeves rolled up. I'm very excited because like these guys have like tattoos and stuff like that. And I can't wait to like paint some low-key tattoos.
Here's another one. There's a guy with a gun slung on his back, and he's holding a dart in one hand.
Oh my god. Do you know how many guys
He's
are
got
in
a
this
ciggy.
army that have fucking stogies in their mouth right now?
Like cigarettes?
No,
What's a stogie?
cigars. A stogie
Oh,
is
okay.
a cigar.
That's pretty rad. I don't like smoking, but painting a model with a dart in his hand is pretty cool.
He's got like, I think I got two of them. There's like, I think there are two of the, like some of the sergeants. They've got like fucking stogies in their mouth.
That's so fun.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, actually, the Castellans and stuff smoke a lot. Yeah, they're like, yeah, get in there.
I'm just
God, I love
guessing where this armor is. But oh, I did it again. I painted the green without painting the fucking skin tone. Oh well.
He came straight from Punch and Darts and Breaking Hearts Cider Festival. That laugh.
That was my gremlin laugh. Don't mind me.
I might bring that back for this charity run at the live event.
Oh man, I'm so sorry that I did not get back to you about doing some stuff. For this
Oh, that's all
charity.
right. All the games are in person now, so it would have been really hard to
Oh,
get you
okay.
over here.
Oh yeah, that would have been definitely hard.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm not coming until next year.
Next year, yeah. Actually, if you do manage to stick around until November, we could do some in-person stuff again, because the other charity event is in November.
I don't know about that because I will probably want to try to go to PAX Unplugged again this year.
Ah, fair. ¿Por qué no los dos, though?
I did have so much fun at PAX Unplugged.
Yeah, I've had not one, but multiple people ask me, am I going to Gen Con or Unplugged? And I cannot without support. Like, I would literally need someone to help me with flights and accommodation, because it's just so out of my budget.
Yep. Well, if it makes you feel any better, the only reason I would be going is to DM, and if I DM, then they instead of them paying me, they just give me a hotel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Basically the accommodation. I don't know what these little things on the side of the backpack. Is this the thing to hold the backpack? What is that?
What is it?
Somebody show me.
Can you
It's
show me
like-
in detail?
It's
Oh, is it like a
It's
little
hard to see.
loopy around the back?
it's not a loopy. They're like 3 prongs.
It's probably their 3 prongs.
They don't look like pockets. Maybe they are pockets. Oh, those might be pockets. That doesn't make sense that would be pockets because that's the back. Why would there be pockets there?
Why is there 3
That doesn't
prongs?
make any sense.
There's a pouch on the side there.
It doesn't look like a pouch.
It's like on the side of the backpack. There's like a little sack looking thing, right?
Yeah, but then there's like a little thing underneath of it.
It's probably a belt buckle to
This-
tie it to.
It doesn't look, but it like goes into the back of the model. Like that doesn't make any sense. Why would there be a
Try-
pocket there?
I guess try look up some of those
This-
similar models, maybe.
Oh, yeah, maybe they are. Are they really pockets? I guess they're pocket. They all have them. They're all pockets. You know what? They're fucking pockets. Fuck it.
Pockets now.
Pockets now. Now I just have to hope that the brown that I buy will cover the green that I accidentally got on there.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Are las guns black? Yes, it looks like they are.
I think so. I'm not sure anymore.
Yep, they're all black. I just have to. If they've got straps, the strap is brown. Like, look at my little guy. I'm telling you, the camera is not doing this green justice.
Oh
This
yeah.
green is fucking like
Doing it.
it is so it's like punch you green.
Yeah, nice. Tanith green. First and only green. All right.
So excited. My partner is downstairs working on this massive Gundam model, and I can't wait to see it done.
Hey. I love that you're.
Do I have enough
The next thing you're
time?
gonna go do is just a different hobby.
I'm not gonna go do another hobby.
Are you gonna continue that?
I'm gonna watch somebody else do a hobby. No, because it's 11 o'clock at night.
Oh,
Time for
fair.
bed.
That's so fair.
I just like, look how cool these two dudes look together. Like, I can't wait to see the whole set. And so I've already talked to Alex. I'm gonna do Strickland mud just on the base.
Yeah.
So I was like, we could do Strickland mud, or I could put a little glue on here and then run it through. I've got like a baggie of sand. But I was like, I think the Strickland mud could look really cool because there are two guys. Where are they? There are two guys who are running, and there's like legit, their foot isn't on the ground. They're like, there is a puddle that they're running through.
Yeah, nice.
That like is the thing that they're connected to on the base. Of course,
Oh.
now I can't find them. Where is he? It's like, it looks like a little puddle, and I was like, how cool would it be if I did like a bunch of Strickland muds? Oh, here it is. It's a little hard to see, but there is like on this back foot.
Yeah.
His feet
It's like a
are not
sploosh.
touching the ground. It's like a little sploosh.
Yeah.
So I was like, how cool would it be to do some like Strickland mud and then maybe like some resin like puddles?
You could do like there's a water effect for that. Like was one of the
is there?
clear. Yeah, there's like clear diorama stuff, and you could make a little puddle with it. It's like a puddle paint almost. And you might not need resin to cure.
Possibly. But like, so I'm gonna do some Strickland mud on that. So there's the like a nice muddy effect, and I'm thinking I might have to find some like extra boots somewhere. I don't think I got any extra legs, but like I think it would be so cool to make like boot marks
Yeah.
in the mud. Or otherwise, I could just do like a crappy job of covering stuff. But like, there are a bunch of greeblies. Oh, I was telling you earlier. Oh, so I took your idea of the little container. I did have an extra container, so now all of my little greeblies are in this like big tote. So I've got
yeah, nice,
Space
nice.
Marines. I've got the Astra Militarum. I've got all of my sisters, and then just like tank stuff.
Yeah.
Or
Tank stuff.
it's like tank stuff, all the extra little bits, and then like the other side is like heads. Do I have any feet? I don't. I've got lots of extra arms.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
But yeah, I do have like a bunch of shovels, and I was like, I wanted to put a bunch of these shovels on the guys, and Alex was like, no, don't put any of the extra stuff on. I was like, but there's extra shovels
It's everywhere.
and knives.
Nah, keep them for something you want to make.
And he's like, no, don't do that. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna do something.
If you want a really
I'm
cool
a
model
dude.
to maybe do like a little mini diorama with, Ursula Creed is cool. And Minka Lensk, she's like a veteran guardsman. She's like a single model commemorative one from a novel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And she looks like a regular guardsman if you don't know who she is. But
I told
sorry.
I told Alex that I have to get that set that you showed me because they have a feminine head that's got like her hair shaved and like pushed over to the side.
Oh yeah, I've used that.
And it looks exactly like his favorite character. So
I have used that on. I've used that on my
This
sergeant. It's right here.
he wants me to make this character whose name is Kree. And I was like, that head is fucking perfect.
Pretty bang on. Is it this one?
I don't know. My stream froze.
Oh, do a little refresh.
A little refresh. Trying. Loading. I think my internet is crap.
Might be
Yes, I
crashing.
think that's the one. Yeah. Cause like, how cool if I could figure out how to put fucking. Cause like, see how like they've got like these red scabbards.
Oh yeah. Have they got gray
like-
plating on their armor? What's their armor?
It looks like I think this is like a gray shirt and then black
Oh,
plate. I have
interesting.
the brightness turned down a bunch, but like she's got like brown on. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like I want to do the brown because it looks like there's a bit of brown. I think their knee pads are brown or black, but I'm doing them in the green because I don't want to paint everything black.
Yeah, so
Or
fair.
else, why? So. Oh man. So cool.
It looks
Oh.
gonna look real good.
They look really good. I have found if I take a little toothpick, I can scrape away some of the. That's how when I accidentally painted that guy's coat green instead of black,
Yeah.
I took it over to I took my soft toothbrush or my soft bristle toothbrush and like tried to get as much of the green off as I could.
Oh, fair.
And then like went back with a toothpick to like try to scrape the rest off.
I mean, did it work?
But I think like, oh yeah, it worked. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Oh, I remember. I'm gonna take. This guy's got some rope on him, so I'm gonna do this skeleton horde on there, so I don't color it too dark. Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh my god.
Is that a good? Oh my god.
That's a good. Oh my god.
Okay, that's good then.
Ooh, too much.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got like a little rope. And this guy's got a little cup. I love his little cup.
Yeah,
Mug
I
on
like-
his back.
I like that kind of stuff.
I figure out if I want to do their like bed rolls in a different brown. Okay, I wonder if if this skeleton horde would be a good color for like a light brown bedroll, because they've all got fucking bedrolls on.
Yeah. That's why I'm like this space army men. They got to carry all their shit. They've got to do all this stuff. They've got their
it is
cups
like
in
a
there.
really light color. You don't know what? I think I am gonna do. I'm gonna use the skeleton horde, and I'm gonna do their bedrolls in this like skeleton horde. And
Yeah.
it's just enough to give it a little bit of color.
Did you end up picking up Garagax Sewer?
Oh, I'm going on Friday.
Oh,
Because
Bet.
Alex wants to come with me, and that's a good day to go.
and peruse by the sound of it.
Probably.
Do I sense more
Well, he-
models?
He might keep me honest. No, I cannot get any more models. I have
I
so
don't
much
mean-
to paint.
I don't mean you.
I don't know. Oh yeah. That's good. He's not allowed to get any new models until I finish painting the ones that I have. He has. The ones that he owns that I'm being made to paint.
I was about to say, if he buys more, you can just be like, you're painting them.
Oh, I hope he likes the bedroll color. I did just make that an executive decision.
But you can make bedrolls multiple colors as well. They don't have to be the same.
Oh, no, it has to all be the same. It's all uniform.
Uh-huh.
Stop touching it, Leia.
Just a heads up. Skeleton Horde and Snakebite Leather are the same color, just different saturations. Sorry, different density of the pigment. So it's just Skeleton Horde just has less of itself in Snakebite.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure it
She
is.
looks
Or it's,
so good, dude.
or it's like a curse close enough. What's up?
She still looks so good.
Oh, Karlach?
I'm just admiring.
That's fair.
Mm. Yeah. I want to do more on this guy, but I don't have enough time.
That's fair. I'm just trying to finish a couple of these straps and then I'm good to go. So I gotta start scheduling people after this.
Oh gosh.
What's up?
It looks like the Tanith flag is green, yellow, and red.
Huh.
This is the Tanith
Oh,
flag.
Jesus. It's a gaudy mess.
Uh-huh.
Why is there no yellow on their uniforms then?
Probably because they're an infiltration unit.
Yeah, true. Alright. I'm nearly done, I promise.
I was like looking at these things. I was like, I definitely think if it were me, I probably would have made the call to do a more yellowy green.
Oh, yeah?
But this is the color that he wants.
I would have done the Militarum green or a there's literally a color called Creed Camo, which is like a dark camo green that would have worked nicely.
I think that was one of the colors that I looked at because I did look at like some more olivey greens, but he was like insistent he wanted forest green, and I was like, forest
See, what
green
you
is
have
like
is not that a
green.
that's not really a forest green.
It is. Well, the thing is it is, but the undertone is changing it a little bit.
Yeah.
And like balancing out the blue. So I don't know. I'm just doing what I've been told.
That's fair. I think the compromise should sit where it's like you get a choice out of non-mixed colors because that makes your life so much easier to paint so many of them.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that I've got this little mix, I should be fine, and I know how to make it. So
that's true. Okay. Is there any straps that I've missed?
Probably. There's so many of them.
There are. I mean, I've only got straps on her bust done so far. Like her lower, I'm not doing them yet.
Oh yeah. I would definitely do the save method where it's like as soon as you're done with that top half and you're
seal
like,
it.
good with it, give her a clear coat.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna.
You can hold the top of her torso without worrying about wearing off your hard work paint.
Yeah, I think when I've done. Yeah, I'll do it when I've done that part, and then I'll probably keep her separated until I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Because that way I can like with the feet and the arms, they've got pegs that I can just like get like a crocodile clip or a bulldog clip and mount.
Mm-hmm.
The base is a base and the tail's got a peg. It's literally everything except the axe and the upper body that's the harder part. Everything else has some kind of peg to slot a piece in.
Yeah.
All right, who are we giving a raid to? Who are we giving a bloody raid to? Want to go into the art tag is everybody drawing. The Warhammer tag. What if we do learning how to do non-metallic metal? Let's go raid that.
Ooh.
Adri Stayer. 18, it says an 18 plus stream, just as a heads up. Or we could raid into Faye's story. Faye's story is Norn Queen of High Fleet. Hold on. Let me just check this person's Twitter. I recognize that name. Oh, no, it's not them. There's someone who has a similar name that I don't want to raid because they're transphobic. But, oh, someone's doing Tau? Where's this? I don't want to raid them. Okay. Let's raid in the person doing some, oh god, where is it? Learning to do non-metallic metal. We haven't raided this person.
Yeah.
We're just sharing some love, so go be kind to them. They look like they're doing a big, like, Lord of Change model, so very hard to do. Show them some love, but other than that, I might be back next Tuesday. It's literally dependent on how much stuff is going on with these charity streams. Other than that, we'll be back next Thursday for our regular. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm going to hit that raid button, though, either way.
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good seeing everybody. I missed all of you.
Yeah. We'll be back next week. And we might have a Scarlet Moth in a week or two's time, so we'll see them soon, too. All right, bye, everyone.
That I got, or when we're completely done, to see if we can get some, like, you know.
Oh, I'm glad you caught me
make it
before
matte,
we
so it looks more
raided
like
before I
black
started
bullets.
coughing.
Okay.